This one going out to Photo Record TV. Shout out to the lady who I call First Lady T. And my bro Kenny, he the tech guy, aka the real plug. He'll set you up with a job. And my dog Third, all the hoes call him Poppy. He got your baby mama, got the sprung off that Molly. They dumped her for her sister, but she wasn't taking it well. They used to call me Brandon, now they call me Entanglement L. Brandon L can't take no loss. I'm the $40 nation boss. When it comes to the other dude, I ain't got much to say to you. Burning hell if you did me dirty. I done made it to the age 30. Told Pez she the first lady, she gon' let you know if you're acting crazy. Third water enforcer, talk to him wrong, he'll smoke ya. And my brother Kenny Conjo, he just cashed out on the condo. Tennessee to the DMV, all the way to the H-Town. Backstabbing bastards better not ever come around. I'm spending on the squad, all I do is splurge. I'm smashing on the spot, I left her on the curb. This one going out to Photo Record TV. Middle finger if you did me dirty. I done made it to the age 30. She know I'm 40R, now she getting wet. I'm throwing up the bow, yeah, represent. Disrespect the foe, but put a slug in your neck. Photo Record bam, let them know we got next. Photo Record bam, let them know we got next. Hold up, Photo Record bam, let them know we got next. Ballin' in the mall, all I do is splurge. Your lady gave me some pop on December 3rd, yeah. Throwing up the boat, yeah, represent. I'm throwing up the boat, yeah, represent. I'm throwing up the boat, yeah, represent. I'm throwing up the boat, yeah, represent.
Peace to everybody in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching from the clouds. You know, we appreciate y'all for coming through. This is another edition, another week of For the Record TV, starring myself, Third World Colombian, my sis Topaz Presents, and my brother Bitcoin L. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we appreciate y'all for coming out. We got a good show for y'all today.
Let me give a shout out to all the... Yeah, I was gonna say, let me give a shout out to all the fathers out there. Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers out there, man.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, man, to all the the real fathers out there, man. Just all the fathers, period. Fathers don't really get enough credit as they should. So shout out to them, man. And to all the women out there, if you got your man, husband, do something nice for them on Father's Day. Take him out somewhere or something. You know what I'm saying? And don't be just buying him them same damn gifts every year, power drills and some socks that says, I said, boxes and all that shit, do something a little different for him.
Hey, do something for your husband and your baby daddy. Do something for your baby daddy.
Hey, get out of there, bro. Get out of there.
Man, I don't know. I mean, that just depends of things. Like, I'll let the kids do something. That's who's supposed to do something. Why it got to come from me? Leave me alone.
No, we talking about the ones that's in a relationship with their kids' fathers now.
Oh, okay.
You broken up, you don't deserve nothing for Mother's Day from your baby daddy, and vice versa. So,
well, no, they don't give me anything specific to me. They used to, but once the kids got older, now they just get the kids a big thing to give to me. But I know the kids ain't got no job, so
Wait. So they did something for you for Mother's Day. You did something for them?
The kids did something for me, and the kids did something for them.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna be cordial and respectful. We're not gonna give the appearance of impropriety.
Right.
Happy baby daddy's day. Happy, happy your daddy ain't shit day. Your daddy ain't shit. No, I'm fucking with you. This goes out to all my baby daddies looking ass.
Oh man, but we gonna do something different, man. We about to get into some sports first, man. What's going on in sports, Third?
Hey, what's going on? Another edition of For the Record TV Sports Talk Edition. I always talk about sports. Lately I've been talking football, basketball, because that's the sports that's been most relevant. So right now, when it comes to football, NFL, it's off season. Nobody's doing nothing. I mean, people just making trades or whatnot, and coming up on the draft. The draft happened, like I want to say, a couple months ago. But right now, you have some rumors circulating that, and I talked about this before a couple weeks back. But superstar quarterback Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers, he wants out of Green Bay. He's been wanting out of Green Bay for a while now, and looks like it's pretty serious. The organization tried to make amends with him, but it seems like he's not budging. He seems like he wants out. So it's been all kind of trade rumors. One of the rumors that's been buzzing around is that the Denver Broncos are trying to acquire Aaron Rodgers for the current quarterback that they have right now, and also maybe some future potential draft picks. Now, nothing has come of it yet, but that's one of the rumors that's been in the works. Also, another rumor that's been floating around out there is that if the Broncos cannot get Aaron Rodgers for whatever reason, they're also interested in Houston Texans superstar quarterback Desean Watson. Now, right now, Desean, we all know he's going through a little situation with pretty much getting accused of Me Tooing women, women that I guess we used to be like his masseuse or whatnot. He would get massages from these women, after practice or whatever. They're claiming that he had some kind of inappropriate behavior with them, concerning sexual acts or whatnot. And so right now, nothing has come of that case yet. It's basically been a bunch of speculation. So right now, his name and his brand has kind of been tarnished to a degree. So right now, his value in his stock as a quarterback has gone down. However, there are still some people out there who are interested just off of the talent alone that he has. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen with that situation. But I definitely would keep you guys posted as more information comes on in. And that's pretty much all I got for NFL for football. So we're going to switch it over to basketball, to the NBA. So as you know, right now it's playoff time, and we had we were down to about 4 teams on each side. So right now in the Western Conference, just the other night you had the Los Angeles Clippers. They were playing against the Utah Jazz. The Los Angeles Clippers were the number 3 seed in the West. The Utah Jazz was the number 1 seed in the West. And the LA Clippers basically eliminated the Utah Jazz, the number 1 seed, and they're the number 3 seed. They eliminated them the other night in a series of best 4 out of 7, and it went to 6 games. And whoever wins the first 4, they go to the next round. So the Utah Jazz are now on vacation. They're out of the playoffs. So now, for the first time in Los Angeles Clippers franchise history, the Clippers will be going to the Western Conference Finals to play the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns defeated I think it was that they defeated they defeated the Lakers first, and then they beat hold on, I'll look up the other team, but pretty much the Phoenix Suns are in Western Conference Finals as well. So basically you only have 2 teams left to see who will go to the finals out of the Western Conference, and whoever wins out of the Los Angeles Clippers and the Phoenix Suns, they will go to the NBA Finals. And then on the other side, on the Eastern Conference, you have 2 teams left. On the Eastern Conference, you have 4 teams, excuse me. You have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks, and that's going to Game 7. The other night, the Philadelphia 76ers tied up the series at 3 apiece. So now they got to go to Game 7, and basically this is the elimination game. Whoever wins that game next out of Philly or Atlanta, they're going to be going to the Eastern Conference Finals to see who makes it to the NBA Finals. And then on the other 2 teams that's left in the Eastern Conference, you have the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. And right now it's tied at 3 apiece, meaning that it's going to Game 7. And I think tonight is the final game. Tonight is Game 7. So whoever wins tonight, they get to go to the Eastern Conference Finals to face Philly to see who's going to make it to the finals. So basically tonight is basically it for either Brooklyn or for Milwaukee. And then I think Atlanta and Philly played their last game on, I want to say, it's either Sunday or Monday. So we'll see what happens. But shout out to the Los Angeles Clippers. They've been losing for a long time. They always have been in the they've been in the shadow. Shout out to American Negro, out there on the West Coast. But shout out to the Clippers. They've been losing for a long time, and they always was in the shadow of the Lakers. The Lakers, everybody knows if you were out in California, the Lakers are like the staple of, winning basketball out there. The Clippers are like the little brother to the Lakers, which is the big brother. But since the Lakers lost in the first round of the playoffs this year, the Clippers were the only team that was left. So now they still standing. So shout out to the Clippers fans. Y'all been waiting a long time for this moment, and hopefully y'all can get past the next round so y'all can make it to the finals. And
Damn, that sounds so unenthusiastic. Yeah. Like, that's so messed up if you a Clippers fan. Shout out to y'all. Y'all been with y'all losing asses.
I mean, it's the truth. The Lakers, they reign supreme. They run LA when it comes to professional basketball. The Lakers got a whole bunch of, championship banners. I think they got is it 15 or 17 championship banners over their franchise history. And the Clippers have never made it to the finals, let alone the Western Conference Finals. This is the first year that they've actually made it to the Western Conference Finals. And like I said, that's the last round before you get to the actual finals. So maybe this might be the year the Clippers go to the finals. We'll see. And the thing that was so, I guess, interesting about the Clippers winning the other night and eliminating the Jazz is they did it without their superstar player, Kawhi Leonard, who I'm guessing now they're saying that he could be out the rest of the playoffs. They're saying that when he first got injured, they said it was, like some kind of like it was. They said it was like a not a severe, but like a minor ankle injury. Now they're saying now news is coming out that he tore his ACL, and anybody knows you take your ACL, you can't really do very much. You can't run up and down the corner, let alone barely walk. So looks like he's going to be out for the rest of the playoffs. But they still got Paul George, who's their second superstar. And, the rest of their team is pretty deep. So we'll see. Me personally, I would love to see the Clippers go to the finals from the West, and I would like to see the Brooklyn Nets come out the East. I think that'll be a good final series, but we'll see because you still can't count out Phoenix. They're good. And Brandon, I see you over there hating. Quit hating on my Rockets.
Of course, he can't stop himself.
But shout out to the Los Angeles Clippers for defeating and eliminating the Utah Jazz, making it to the Western Conference Finals. Like I said, they got to play the Phoenix Suns next to see who goes to the NBA Finals. And then we'll see who wins out of Brooklyn and Milwaukee tonight. And then I think either tomorrow or Monday or Tuesday, we'll see who wins out of Philly and Atlanta. So we'll see. But we basically down to almost 4 teams left. We know the 2 that's on the Western Conference side, like I said, is Phoenix and it's the Clippers. Now we just got to see who's coming out the East. But it'll be interesting to see. But So before we get into, every week I do, NBA Player of the Week and all that kind of stuff, I pick a game from the week that I like and, I pick whatever player from that week did a pretty good job and, did his thing on the court. But before we do that, I want to give a big shout out to the Rookie of the Year for this year's NBA player. Go ahead, roll the clip, Topaz.
Okay.
Shout out to LaMelo Ball. The youngest brother of the Ball brothers. Shout out to LeVar Ball, the father. He said he was going to get his all 3 of his sons in the NBA, and he did that. He first got Lonzo Ball in the league. They got drafted by the Lakers, but, by his hometown Lakers. Then I think the middle brother, LiAngelo, he didn't end up getting drafted, but what ended up happening is he ended up getting picked up on a practice squad, I think by the Pistons, if I'm not mistaken. And then the youngest brother, who I believe has the most talent, which is LaMelo, the guy that you see on the screen right now. He currently plays for the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, which is the team that Michael Jordan owns and runs. And he had a great season this year. He was the Rookie of the Year. And shout out to him, and shout out to, since we're talking about Happy Father's Day to LeVar Ball. Shout out to him for, basically being a good black father. And, like I said, making good on his promise, making sure that all 3 of his sons made it to the league. A lot of people thought he was crazy when he said he was going to get all 3 of his boys in the league. They thought he was crazy. He thought he was just, basically talking out his behind. But, he actually did it. He spoke it into existence and, he manifested it. And, now it's come to fruition. And so shout out once again to his youngest son, LaMelo Ball, for winning Rookie of the Year. These are some of the plays that you see right now. These are some of the plays that, he makes on the court and stuff. He's a pretty good, he's an excellent passer. He could score a little bit too, but I think me personally, he's the best out of all the three brothers, out of Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo. I think LaMelo's the best. So shout out to LaMelo Ball and shout out to the Ball family. And most important, happy Father's Day. And shout out to LeVar Ball for getting his sons into the league. Now, shout out to the Los Angeles Clippers. Like I told you, they won last night's game, eliminated the Jazz, and he's one of my NBA players for the week. Shout out to Terrence Mann.
Taking a 2-point shot. 67% of their shots were from
Terrence
three.
Mann in the corner for the three. Splash.
He did that well in the third quarter of the last game.
George has Conley on a big height advantage, although Conley
pass to Terrence Mann for the three again.
Gets a three.
Water.
Terrence Mann. George on a hard
Paul
drive,
George
gets
to the
inside,
basket.
sidestep, missed. Terrence Mann.
Terrence Mann for the putback.
It's been a man explosion here to start.
Dunked on him in the last game. Breakaway,
going strong to the hole for the layup, misses it. Terrence Mann for the pushback over a 7-foot Rudy Gobert.
In game 5, 35 of their first 45.
Paul George passes
threes.
it in the corner.
Here's Terrence Mann.
Terrence
Hesitation
Mann
and
goes
throws
to
it up and in.
hole strong, gets the layup.
Clarkson, he is capable of exploding. Bad pass that time from Conley. Rondo throws it ahead.
Passes the ball.
Alley-oop
Terrence
to
Mann for the alley-oop.
Terrence Mann, the throwdown, and the Clippers regain the lead.
Just passing out to the perimeter, and he said that just cannot
Paul George
keep
going
happening.
to the hole.
He also told me
Passes
they went
it
over
to the
some
corner
new
three for
defensive
Terrence Mann.
wrinkles for Wayne
Bucket.
Clarkson.
In your chair, frowning.
Another steal, meanwhile, by the Clippers. Mann drives at O'Neal, spins
Terrence
into a
Mann
double team.
goes to the
Trying to
basket,
get out
double
of trouble,
team,
and banks it home.
turns around,
Terrence
off the
Mann
glass
with
layup.
19.
It goes in.
After falling behind by 25, reel off 9 in a row. Another turnover. Terrence
Clippers
Mann,
pushing the ball up the court. Terrence Mann to the hole. Got the layup off the glass.
I love the defense and the increased intensity of the Clippers.
Reggie Jackson passes to the corner. Terrence
three.
Mann again for corner three.
Mann again.
Splash.
I already have 71 points, but they can't stop the Jazz.
Terrence Mann going to the hole.
Terrence Mann gets inside.
Got him. Got the layup.
Man with the most points he scored in his brief professional.
Wide open look from a great three-point shooter.
Reggie Jackson races up the floor. Terrence
Mann
Mann
in
wide
the
open
corner.
for three. Pucks it
Splash.
in. Terrence Mann has
Another three
29.
made.
Yeah, but he's coming to challenge
Jackson with
Reggie
the nice
Jackson.
corner
I'm not
pass
sure you can
to the
blame
corner.
Rudy Gobert.
Terrence Mann with the
Reggie
three.
Jackson's at the rim.
Water all
Clarkson
day,
tries
every
to
day.
stay hot. Not that time. Mann the rebound.
Terrence Mann pushing the rock up the court.
Mann drives.
Going strong to the
Mann
hole.
Finishes.
Layup, got him.
31. A solid offensive player. This is more than solid. This is spectacular. Jackson on the drive. Kicks it out for Mann.
Terrence Mann
three-pointer.
pull up for the
Bang!
corner three. Splash.
Oh, what a man! Paul George three.
Missed a three.
Rebound Jackson. Beautiful pass and Mann
Terrence
lays
Mann.
it in.
Got him. Got the layup.
George to drive. Back out Batum.
Terrence Mann in the corner
for three.
again for a three.
Bang!
Splash.
Terrence Mann is unstoppable.
And also, we saw a legendary game, once-in-a-lifetime game by Kevin Durant this past week against the Milwaukee Bucks. Shout out to Kevin Durant. He scored 49 points, 17 rebounds, 10
Which he had the
assists.
first two games, but not the case in Milwaukee.
Durantula with the ball, mid-range, wet.
Just under 2 to go.
KD with the ball
In this
again
opening
against
quarter.
PJ Tucker.
Durant
Pulls up
with the
mid-range
pull.
side,
Yes.
side mid-range
It
bucket.
counts.
Both defenders went with him and left Middleton
Durant
wide
again
open for
pushing
that
the ball
three-pointer.
up the court. Pulls up at the top of the key.
Durant.
Splash.
Terrific victory by Atlanta last night, led by, Trae Young, 25 points.
Durant, turnaround, mid-range jumper,
Holiday on a
water.
crossover going at Harris. His pass picked off by
Durant steals the ball, push the rocks up the
Middleton comes
court.
back. Durant with the lead.
Nice alley-oop.
It's put home by Green, which is unusual, which he probably does not.
James Harden passes
Way
the ball to
he's been
Joe
shooting, you're
Harris,
right, he
passes
probably
to Kevin
doesn't.
Durant. Kevin Durant backs down the
Durant
defender,
off
turns
the
around,
head
fadeaway
over
jumper,
Tucker.
splash.
We know he gets it done.
Giannis has 11 of the last 14
Kevin
points
Durant.
for Milwaukee.
Got the bounce for the turnaround jumper.
Jay Tucker
Kevin Durant in the corner,
defending Kevin
drives to the
Durant.
hole,
Takes it to
got it off the
Durant.
glass.
And that was just a beautiful move right there.
KD again pushing the rock up the court,
Out to Green.
passes out to
for
Jeff Green for the three. Jeff Green splash the three.
Picked it up in the second half. of the regular
KD
season.
again.
Here's Durant for Griffin.
Passes it to Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin to the hole with the layup off the glass.
Last few minutes here, gotten back into the game in striking distance,
James Harden
executing so
pushing
much
the
better
rock.
on the
Passes it to KD. KD for the turnaround. With the pump fake and the up and under for the layup.
In the warm-ups, prior to the warm-ups, Harden said he's
Durantula
Durant
pushing the ball up the court. Goes to the hole off the glass.
34 minutes in this game. He and Durant.
Durantula again.
They have anything left
goes to the hole off the glass. They can't stop him. They can't guard him.
Sprained right ankle midway through the
Durantula
second quarter.
again. Pass the ball back to Durant. Durant mid-range bucket.
Feathery touch. 31 point. 6-point bump lead as we get underway here.
Comes up. Mid-range bucket.
And Milwaukee's going to have to make an adjustment.
Durantula comes up the court again, passes it. Nice layup, nice pass.
What a pass from Durant.
To Brown.
Giannis has had an excellent game. Has not forced anything.
KD with the rock. Pulls up. Jumper three wet. Pull up three wet.
Durant.
KD pull up three again. Splash.
He's been involved in most of the sets offensively, creating for himself or his teammates.
KD
just so impressive
on the block. Mid-range bucket.
Hits again.
Possibly a post-up opportunity.
James Harden
waiting too long.
Passes the ball to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant pulls up from way downtown. Bucket.
One of the great scorers in the history of the NBA, Kevin Durant, took over here in this second half.
Kevin Durant's unstoppable, just in case you didn't know. You can't stop him. You can't stop his length. You can't stop his shooting. I mean, look at that. So straight from downtown, way downtown.
After tough shot, not taking a break at all.
Shout out to KD, 49 points.
Shout out to the ladies, too. Shout out to the ladies, WNBA. This one for y'all, man. Check this highlight out.
Really, Brandon?
Oh, yeah, you know, I got to do one for the ladies, man. You know that.
I'm tired of you, Brandon. I promise.
Hey, shout out to the women basketball players, man. Y'all the real champions. Y'all the real winners, man.
So, third, I just felt like Brandon be holding us back. And I think that it's important for him to just think about with his actions,
Hey, I hear you. Hey, shout out to Queen of the South. Hey, over here at For the Record TV, me and Brandon are all about equal opportunity rights for women twerking and clapping them cheeks, man. We all about that. So,
And see, and this is why, you know what, I can't deal with y'all. That's why I titled it the way I did today. Because y'all just can't be appropriate.
So you took down the wrong person that actually brought this up.
Wait a minute. So, third, this was you? You put that in there?
I admit this is my idea. I'm guilty. It's my fault.
Okay,
so Brandon, I feel like you rubbing out third, and I feel like I'm tired of y'all.
Yeah. Hey, he once said, hey, I had something different. I had something actually, for a chick that wasn't in WNBA, but they're like, nah, man, that's boring. I got this from the B&B.
Wow, so a real WNBA player is boring, but these chicks, where the hell was the basketballs? Okay, they was just doing splits and twerking.
Wait, hold on. I can give you the answer. The basketballs were in between the lingerie and them thongs. That's what the basketball were. They had one on each side. One big basketball chick on one side and one on the other. So, hey, between the thongs.
Why we can't why we just can't be normal? Why do black people have to act like this? Why are y'all like this?
We gotta be extra. You know that.
Yeah, then that's what it is. It's extra. Y'all doing the most. So we're gonna move on.
Hey, me and Brandon, we endorsed the mantra, make clapping cheeks great again. That's our little stance from now on, 2021.
But real quick,
like it's stank.
So you messed up B&B for me by saying it stink. Every time I see this, I think about Topaz saying it stink.
Yeah, now don't it look sweaty?
Oh man!
I just brought it up. You seen that when it happened?
It looked fine to me, but until you be saying stuff. But anyways, man. Hey, third, Vince Wilfork?
Yeah, hold on. Before we get into that, Topaz, quit hating. You know those
Ain't
chicks.
nobody hating. They just look like they
hold on, Topaz. You can't criticize the cheeks of champions. Those are the cheeks of champions right there. So,
and you know what? And there was another channel that was talking about it earlier today. So this is catching on. Like nobody knew about this because I can't remember what I think it was Cuda channel. They was up there talking about, oh yeah, it's women. It's like the lingerie football league, and now they got it for basketball. See, this is
Yep. So from now on, me and Brandon are gonna endorse the COC, and for those that don't know what that is, that's the Cheeks of Champions. So, hey man, shout out to them.
You know what? And so now when they be making way more money than Jordan and all of them, I want to hear y'all mouth. What do they do but just show ass? Because y'all willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
Hey man, the man needs some little bit of entertainment. Besides, we need a little eye candy too sometimes at the game. Little eye candy ain't never hurt nobody.
Facts. But real quick before we leave out the sports edition, hey, third, Vince Wilfork, right?
Yeah, for many years I think he played for the New England Patriots, and then he also even played for my Houston Texans for a little bit as well.
Right. Former defensive tackle for the Patriots. But I was gonna tell you, man, his son got arrested for stealing the Super Bowl rings and $300,000. Heard about that?
Whoa, wait a minute. He stole his dad's Super Bowl rings?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. I can't even why would you do that? And why would you steal money from if you could just go ask oh man, that's some crazy shit right there.
Right. I guess that's what happens when you spoil your kids, act like they entitled to whatever you got. So he definitely took it that far, man.
Hey, facts, man. It's a damn shame, man. Like, you ain't gotta steal shit. Like, you can just come ask me for it. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stealing, and then when you stealing from, your family and people that you closest to, like that's some down badass shit right there. Like, I can't. That's just some crazy shit to me.
Right, facts. But last thing about sports, your boy LaMelo, Carmelo. I mean, he getting divorced. I heard Lala said she done with him.
Yeah, it's a bunch of shit that's coming. I mean, they already was on the rocks, with their relationship. But I mean, from what I thought they was trying to work it out. But one of the things that the reason why she's wanting out is because he had a whole side baby on her, with one of his little side chicks, right? Well, most recently, the news that came out is that, okay, so she already took him back with the side baby and, him having a, side baby with a side chick, they kind of worked through that. But now there's a story that there's another chick that he had a side baby with, but not only did he have a side baby with her, he had twins with her. So basically, he done had 3 babies on the side outside of his marriage from Lala. So I'm guessing she's one was bad enough, and then you popped up and had another 2 with a whole new chick. Oh yeah, I'm gone. I'm out of here. And I think she's been married to. I think they've been married for 11 or 12 years. Once you hit that 10-year mark with somebody, you can file for half of everything. So So she definitely knew what she was doing, and he definitely didn't know what the hell he was doing, because now it's looking like she gonna probably drag his ass through court and through the mud, which, I don't like to see, niggas get dragged through the mud and through court like that. But then at the same time, it's like, damn, bro, you done fucked up, bro. Having one side baby was already enough, but now you done popped up with 2 more, from a whole nother chick. You didn't.
I mean, third, but she did a news scene on the Power Show, showing the titties and stuff, kissing on men. I understand it's a job, but hey, he had to suffer through that.
Were any kids made?
It don't matter. Her body was showing. He didn't want her to do all that.
And that was work. He should have told her to stop.
No.
They got married. He should have said that.
She should understand. He supported her. She support him. I mean, people make mistakes, but
no, his was for pleasure purposes, and then he brought back a kid.
Allegedly. This is all alleged, by the way. We don't know if it's true or not. So,
nah, it's true. First of all, the first side baby he had, the little girl, she looked just like his ass, so he couldn't deny her even if he wanted to. But these new babies, these twins. Now I don't know for sure if those are his, but that's what they claiming. But it's not looking too good, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not looking too good, and this would probably be my response to Melo getting caught up and fucked. This would be my response to this because he didn't fucked up big time.
Oh, my says he smashed.
Hey, see now, he done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I thought there's something, you know what I'm saying? You're not fucked up now, you know that.
So that would be my response to Melo. You know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucking awoke the beast about a Lala, right? She finna drag your ass through the court system and drag your ass through the mud, right? You know you done fucked up, right?
Right. But like somebody said,
he was. Oh, go ahead, Brandon.
Somebody said she smashed Tommy, in the power show. So, he had to suffer through that. You guys not listening to what he was going through, man. I'm just saying we gotta be fair.
So then he should have done what she doing right now and left.
He forgave her. She should forgive him too. But you know how some women work.
Oh,
can't handle the fire.
Whatever.
She been with him this long. They might as well stay together. I never understood how people be together for years and years, then they want to break up or have a divorce. That's crazy.
On some real shit though, the person that suffers the most throughout this is the son that him and Lala have together. I think his name is Cayenne. He looked just like Melo. Actually, he looked like both of them, but he's starting to favor Melo more now. He's getting older, and they're grooming him to go to the NBA and to the league, and he's actually quite a pretty skilled. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's either in middle school, probably on his way to high school. But they're grooming him. He reminds me just of his dad when it comes to playing ball. He might even be just as good, if not better. But he's gonna have to suffer for this, and it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be a bad thing for him. So nobody wants to see their mother and their father break up and be at odds with each other and not together no more and all that. So. In the end, he gets hurt more than anybody in all of this. So, it's pretty fucked up.
Well, I hope they work it out. And hopefully she don't go all the way through with the divorce. Anyways, man, we about to go into what'd you say, T?
He drug himself all the way through court. Like, he did that.
My thing is, bro, like, nigga, your pullout, if that's true, either your pullout game is weak as hell or you was too busy laid up in that thing enjoying it and didn't want to pull out and, you got too comfortable and, side babies come out of there. So, either that or you should have wore a rubber, bro. Like, that's what rubbers is for. But either that or, like I said, you should have pulled out earlier than what you did. Because, like I said, to me, just from what I'm seeing and what I'm looking at, it looked like he was laid up in it a little too long. So,
all right, get out of that third. We're going to put an end to this sports talk edition with For the Record TV. We're about to get into some small talk. This next topic, third, you go ahead and introduce this one, man.
Okay, so, we always do small talk segment before we get into our main topics. And, so first on the list of small talk segment. So, if any of you guys remember back in the mid 2000s, there was basically like a street gang. There was like this street gang called BMF or Black Mafia Family. And, everybody knows them for basically selling a bunch of drugs and stuff like that all across the country. But also, they also finance some of your favorite artists today. They finance artists such as and basically help them, get on, and rap and get on and become known and popular. People like T.I., Young Jeezy, and a few others. They basically, paid off DJs and clubs to play their records so they can get known or whatever. And I think towards I think it was 2007, 2008, they got busted. Certain people that was, they had I guess access to the books and to the money, of the organization. They flipped on the big dogs. They flipped on the leader, Big Meech, and they flipped on Big T, so Southwest T, who is Big Meech's right-hand man and his brother as well. Those were the top two leaders of the group. And, both of them end up getting incarcerated in prison and doing life or what was supposed to be lifelong sentences. But recently, Southwest T, I want to say, Big Meech's brother, he got out, I want to say, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. But Meech was still locked up and still in prison. Well, in recent news, Big Meech, made an appeal, and he got some pretty good news. Go ahead, roll the clip, Topaz.
Okay.
Big Meech wins sentence reduction. It's Montana White with Culture Shock. Hip hop, money, power, and politics. That's right. BMF founder and the big boss man. He's on his way home 3 years earlier. He got some great news. Today is June 14th, 2021. And as I read this story, I want y'all to follow me. This is coming from allhiphop.com. Big Meech may have lost some appeals in the past, but he received some good news today. He's coming home early. BMF's co-founder, Demetrius Big Meech Flannery, received great news today. His prison sentence has been reduced. Earlier today, the U.S. District Judge David M. Lawson agreed to reduce Big Meech's prison sentence from 360 months to 324 months, reducing his sentence about 3 years. You feel me? So he coming home 3 years earlier. Meech was convicted for running the nationwide criminal organization known as BMF, which raked in over $270 million off the hustle, right? From the 90s to 2007 when he got convicted. Now, his brother, Southwest T, he got released during the COVID situation. You know what I mean? He was sentenced to 25 years and Meech got 30, but because he was a high risk for corona, they let Southwest T out and they denied Meech his chance to get out earlier. But because of the new guidelines for drug sentencing, right, Meech fit under that criteria, which was retroactive before November 1st, 2014. So that made Big Meech eligible for a sentence reduction. Now, he's been locked up for 16 years. So far, right? And he's had minimum issues. And this shows he's been, working the system. He got his GED, completed 24 months of special management, and he's doing some health aware classes, some parenting classes, and some money management classes. Understand, man, the feds and the state penitentiary got classes for you. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna just lock you up. You gotta take advantage of the situation, even if you hustling it. You gotta complete the programs if you want them to, give you some leniency on your sentence. Now, Meech helped with community events and back to school drives and did all of this kind of stuff from behind the walls because he got influence on the street. So the judge, in Oregon where he's at, they said, listen, man, we'll get a brother 3 years off his sentence. Now, Big Meech, who was scheduled to be released from Sheridan FCI in Oregon on November 25th, 2031, will now be coming home 2028. That's right. Meech will be home in 7 more years, man. The game is a beautiful thing. It might seem like forever, and it is forever when you inside, but it's only 2 days that matter. The first day you go in and the day you come out. Now, 7 more years for the legend of Big Meech doesn't seem like a long time because 50 got the DMX TV show coming, and there's a lot of cats out here who still repping the family. So it's going to keep going and grow bigger as it continues to keep, the legacy alive. This Montana White with Culture Shock, hip hop, money, power, and respect. You know what I mean? Hip hop, money, power, and politics. I'm sorry, man. I'm headed out. I got the club tonight. I saw some good news. Meech on his way home. I'm out.
I knew Professor Black Ops had a backsliding side. And then Dusty, you need to chill out. Nobody's doing all that, okay? Ain't no dude shortage. I saw a bunch of them. They were just outside, just existing all day today.
Yeah, so pretty much what we all saw right there. Big Meech will be getting out of prison earlier than what expected. He got 3 years knocked off his time. Now they're saying that he basically could come home, or he's due to come home in 2028. And I'll say this, hopefully when he comes out, hopefully he'll use that same hustling business mindset that he used to build a street drug empire. Hopefully he'll use that to his advantage and, use it to, create or build a legitimate, empire like how he did in the streets. But this time he'll do it, legitimately, with the company or something like that. And also, he probably, I would like for him to talk to a lot of these youngsters out here now that's following in his footsteps and let them know, like, look, it really ain't, no future in this. It ain't no long-term plan or 401k and, trying to be a street nigga and, trying to do what I did, you're going to end up like me doing a whole bunch of time, shout out to the rapper and YouTuber, Nino Brown. One of his quotes that I love that he always says is, he says, fast money get you slow time. And I agree, when you out there, getting that fast money, it's cool when you're flashing and you're stunning and, you partying, what I'm saying, doing what you're doing, living that high life. But when them, people come and get you and they sit your ass down and you got to do a bunch of time, that time that you're going to have to do will be real slow. So just remember, fast money always get you slow time. So, hey, but, like I said, hopefully Meech get out and, he change up his whole mindset and he do something more positive and different. And, he used that hustling mentality and ambition to start something legitimate. So, to shout out to him. But what y'all think?
Yo, I go. I was gonna say, well, I could care less, man. To be honest with you, what's his name? Big Coon, Big Sellout. Yeah. What he did was detrimental to the black community, man. He destroyed a lot of lives. To be honest with you, and like you said, if he get out, hopefully be the right example for these young brothers not to be in these streets. But like I said, I could care less. This ain't nothing to be no celebration for us. To be honest, ain't gonna put no money in my pocket, so I care less.
Topaz. Paige and Topaz.
Must be busy eating snacks.
Yeah, she over there stuffing her face with Twinkies. So,
Hold up. No. I already finished eating. All right. I was just on mute. I was saying, I do hope that he get out and he do something, different for his life. I don't want our people to be locked up, but if he get in there, hopefully he learned his lesson and he come out and he can do something better. If he got that kind of reach and that kind of pull, then maybe he can use it for good this time.
If that's all he knows is the streets, he might go right back to it. So you never know. I hope he don't. But
what I want to see him do is, basically achieve his goal and his dream that he was trying to achieve before he got locked down by the feds. Is he was trying to start his own record label and trying to basically get some artists to pop, because like I said, for those who don't know, before artists like T.I., Young Jeezy, and and others blew up, particularly in Atlanta, he was the guy behind the scenes that was paying money to the DJs in these clubs, paying money to the DJs and radio personnel at radio stations to play, their music and break their records when, nobody was trying to listen to them. So, despite, the bullshit that he did in the streets, he did help some of your favorite artists get, some kind of shine and recognition, and he helped break some of their records, on the radio and in the clubs. If it wasn't for pretty much him and, the money he spent to, get these guys heard and played on the air and, in the club, we might have not never heard of Young Jeezy or T.I., or if we did, it probably wouldn't have been till later on down the line. So, he was very influential in basically in some of the Atlanta music scene that we heard back in the mid 2000s. He basically was responsible for breaking a lot of those artists' records by the money that he invested, by paying to get their records played. So shout out to him for that.
I will say this though, when I hear his name, I think about that Rick Ross song. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover, that was my shit, man. That beat was bumping.
Matter of fact, ironically, the name of their record on the Rick Ross album was called BMF. But
BMF, right?
Yeah. See, most people don't know, but BMF stands for the real BMF stands for Black Mafia Family. That's what they call themselves. But when Rick Ross made the song BMF, his BMF stood for blowing money fast, which is the same thing that BMF did. For those who don't know, they pretty much were legendary and notorious for making it rain in the club, in Magic City, Strokers, all those, famous strip clubs and clubs down there in Atlanta where, the Atlanta celebrities be hanging there and stuff like that. That's where BMF made their presence known, and that's where like the fable and the story tales of BMF started, was in the strip clubs down in Atlanta. Like I said, they was making it rain, big money, hundreds of thousands of dollars and all that stuff. All them dudes was pulling up in foreign cars and iced out and all that kind of stuff. So, but the problem with that is, when you up out there big stun like that, and popping bottles, jeweled up and all that stuff, riding nice cars, and it's like 30, 50 niggas doing that shit, 100 niggas doing that shit, you get the attention of the feds and of them people, and that's what happened, and be undercovers that be in them clubs, what I'm saying, taking pictures, and reporting it back. So that's what happened. They got on the feds' radar when they started studying and doing all of that, balling out of control, crazy and shit, and just making it a reoccurring theme almost every weekend in the club. So that's why if you out here doing dirt like that, man, you got to keep it on the low. You got to be doing shit on the low. You can't be doing dirt like how they was doing and then trying to show it all off and trying to stunt, in front of everybody, because that's when you get them, the unwarranted attention of them people. So that's where they fucked up and that's where they went wrong. They should have played it more low key instead of being out there. But you know how niggas is. Niggas got to be seen. Niggas got to stunt and flash. So, it is what it is.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they popularized, making it rain on strippers and stuff. Big Meech and them.
I mean,
that's where Lil Wayne got making it rain from.
Yeah, niggas was making it rain prior to Beam Up, but they just took that shit to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like they were throwing shit.
Yeah, like they was throwing
bands.
Yeah, they was spending like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 in the club. You know what I'm saying? So like that, I seen a documentary on them, right? And they said, like I said, BMF. I don't know the exact number of how many members, but everywhere they would go, they would be like damn near like almost 100 deep, right? They'll be like 100 deeper niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Magic City, Professor Black Ops, Magic City.
Yeah, Magic City. So just imagine 100 niggas deep, going into an establishment, and like they said on the documentary that I watched, you got like 100 niggas, and each of them 100 niggas that's in that group got like anywhere between 50 to 100,000 on them. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near what, like that's like millions of dollars right there. You know what I'm saying? So, you go up in an establishment like that, and niggas got 50 to 100,000, all on them like it ain't nothing, and they blow all that shit, man, in one night. That's a lot of money that these clubs and these strip clubs is making. So at the end of the day, they the true winners because they got all the money. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't have to suffer none of the consequences. So they shout out to them. And they said, I think I also seen that they said when BMF would come to the clubs and to the strip clubs, that usually they would, like on a normal night, they would shut down like around maybe like 2, 3 in the morning. But when BMF would come through, they would, throw so much money and be buying so much, bottles and drinks and stuff that they would keep the club open for them to like 5, 6 in the morning because they were spending so much money. So, just imagine, man, you staying open way past, your closing hours, and, niggas are just throwing all that money, man, So by the time the morning come, man, you didn't made a good look. We probably done made a meal or two. So, it is what it is, man. And shout out to Dane. No, there's not a Big Meech documentary, but they have like 3 or 4 different Black Mafia family or BMF documentaries you can go look up. There's like several different versions of them. I've seen like maybe 2 or 3 of them, but I think it's like about 4 or 5. But you can go look them up to that. They should have them on YouTube if I'm not mistaken.
I think to add T. Are you ready? Got ready? Next topic.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know what to say, about him and all of that he's been doing. I just still hope he come out and do something different. Other than that, all the rest of that is like, the lifestyle that I wasn't in.
Topaz was one of them females trying to get chose back then in the club.
No, I was far away from these type of scenes. Okay, I was walking with the Lord. I was not even over there. All
he was
right.
trying to get y'all, trying to have one of them niggas, trick off on her, run it up on her. You know what I'm saying? Run with the tab up on her.
No, because you know what? Because when you get niggas like that running it up on you, there's a cost for that. They be expecting you to still be there when they go to prison and all that. So if you already know that, then just don't go into that lifestyle. So I stayed out their way.
Wait, you mean to tell me
Mr. Black Ops was out there balling with him? Like, he got a whole, exactly. I was doing homework, Queen. I don't know what y'all talking about. I wasn't even there.
Wait, Topaz, you mean to tell me you can't hold a real rich nigga down, especially if he, spending all them bands on you, making it rain on you? You can't.
See, I wouldn't let them spend the bands then. I wouldn't let them spend the bands if I know I'm not gonna still be there. I'm not gonna do it.
That's some cold shit, man. That's
but no, shit. See, Cole would be being with them and spending the money, and then all of a sudden, like, oops, big me too. I stayed out his way. I wasn't even over there. He didn't spend $2 on me, so therefore I don't owe him nothing. Dusty, listen, the Buick is still parked. All right, I don't know what to tell you. It's hot. It's hot outside. I ain't going out there. Shut up. About cap. And then Dane Christopher, I was trying to be Trap Empress. See, no, you know what? And I think about that sometimes too. Like, if I didn't study and I had to live that lifestyle, would I come out on top? Would I survive? I feel like I would.
Yeah, man.
I don't believe that one. I don't know about that one.
Hey, man,
you'll snitch on everybody. You'll snitch on everybody.
No. Because if you in that life, you can't snitch. Like, why would you do that? That is not conducive to you being able to still survive in that life. So I wouldn't snitch, but I definitely wouldn't be running the streets for very long. I would definitely have to be on top and directing some shit. I would not be, I wouldn't be one of the foot soldiers. No.
Right. Yeah, man. Hey, one more time,
Brandon,
man. Oh, go ahead. What's up,
there? You know what this just goes to show you? It just proves, man, that some women can't be satisfied, man. Grateful shit, bro. You could spend a whole ticket on their ass, man. Drop a whole bag on them, and all that stuff. Give them, let it highlight.
You know what?
And they still gonna hold you down.
I don't know if you ever. I don't know if you ever seen that movie Casino. Dude splurged all on his woman, but she still wanted to give him.
Yeah, you talking about shout out. You talking about Sam Rothstein on Ginger? Yeah, he tried to.
Yeah, yep.
You know what's so cool?
First of all, it's amazing how y'all hear what y'all want to hear. I said I wasn't gonna be taking the money and spending the money, so therefore I would not. If I just had to live that life, I wouldn't know nothing different.
So would you have had
no
question? Hold on,
not spending money. That don't sound right.
So would you have held a rich nigga down and put money on his books and wrote him letters while he's in the pen, or you would have been like, fuck that nigga?
Man, if I was living that life, I wouldn't know no different. Who I am now, today, standing before all of you, no. I wouldn't even be over there with that dude before he get locked up. So therefore, I owe him nothing. I don't even know him.
Yeah, but what you did know, you did know them Benjamins. You knew his money and you knew Neiman Marcus and Saks and Gucci.
If I was there helping them spend the money, I would. But see, that's what I'm saying is that's why I didn't go over there helping them spend the money. I toiled and scraped and survived my way through college, so I didn't have to ask them for money, so that I wouldn't have to hold nobody down. I did all of that so that I could be free right now. So I ain't got to write no.
With your all my life, I stayed away from hustlers looking at.
Yeah, exactly. I was praying and doing homework. Those were my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, but we can move on to the next subject if y'all want to.
Okay.
Yeah, one more time, man. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. I see my brother, Professor Black Ops, Dusty in the building. Dane Christopher, I know you got like 3 or 4 baby mamas, man. Happy Father's Day, brother.
Yeah, shout out to all the fathers. And before we go on to the next time, I just wanted to say this. Topaz presents a Nubian trap queen,
Oh, whatever.
She holding down all the real street niggas,
Now, see, do not be sending them niggas over here with that, because they gonna get their feelings hurt. No, I don't have to. When
I hear that song,
influence you. You was not like that when I first met you, Wadner. You need to stop doing this.
When I hear that song,
Wadner got a couple of mixed babies out there, man. Shout out to Wadner. Happy Father's Day, man.
Hey, Brandon. Hey, Brandon. When I hear that song "Trap Queen" by Fetty Wap, I think about Topaz holding one of her, one of her pookie niggas down. while he locked up.
Right.
Hold on, but look, now since we imagining Professor Black Ops is absolutely right. I mean, I have to do that time, but what money? I was the brokest drug dealer that you ever met. I don't know what happened. I just wasn't smart enough to do it. Can I go home now? And then I'm leaving and going to be with my money out, overseas somewhere in a country that recognized the hard work that it took for me to get that money and ain't gonna take it away from me, like Italy.
Yep,
You wasn't but like I said, you was familiar when you were taking you on them shopping sprees to Gucci, Louis, and Prada. You knew that then, but
y'all,
it's
okay,
right.
just because y'all keep saying something don't make it true.
It's all right though, man. We know how they do. You know what I'm saying? The only time
good. Hey, she good one. She a street chick. She be like, I'm denying every time. Deny.
What? I'm sorry. Who you asking me about? I don't know. What?
That's right. See, she stay on code.
Facts queen of the South. Topaz is the essence of a Nubian trap queen. You know,
see, it's amazing how you go to work, you keep your nose clean, you do what you're supposed to do, and somebody's still gonna call. Is this because I'm black? Is that what this is?
No, it's because you're the local neighborhood trap queen. You know.
Whatever.
But we're gonna move right along, man. It's June 19th, so man, happy Juneteenth, everybody. Black folks, what's going on? Your boy Joe Biden then signed off bills saying that Juneteenth will be official a holiday, a national holiday. So before we run this clip, we also got Nancy Pelosi. She was with a bunch of black activists and a bunch of old Negroes singing the song "Lift Every Voice." So check this clip out. Then we're gonna give our thoughts.
Wait a minute, which one now? Who was singing?
The Joe Biden and old Negroes.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh, knees of liberty, let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun.
Who is leading this?
Of our new day.
These niggas offbeat like a motherfucker.
That don't sound like it hurt.
Till victory is
We're gonna get that nigga to sing at your wedding, Topaz.
No, we not. He can sing on mute. No, he can sing in sign language.
Look at Joe Biden. He don't know what he's doing.
Fun fact, they're talking about on this day on Juneteenth, this happened in 45 minutes away from me. So if y'all are nice, I might go down there and video stream the celebrations, depending on how hot it is.
Hey, facts, Sir Obadiah. You ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit.
What'd he say? Slavery, yep. Exactly, man. But yeah, man, if you don't know, well, you got to know this, man. On June 19th, 1866 was the day slavery was ended, and
65.
Black independence. 65, excuse me. Black independence started. So this is our Independence Day, but we love to celebrate 4th of July. That's another topic. But what's your thoughts on this being a holiday now? Are you guys satisfied? We don't need reparations. We don't need infrastructure. We don't need economics. We don't need none of that. We got a holiday for us.
Well, okay, so I'm going to be quick. So first of all, this still ain't enough. I mean, it's a step in the right direction because I did hear somebody explain it like, well, if everybody starts celebrating it as a holiday, it'll be on people's minds more and maybe it'll open them up to reparations more. But this is not enough. And second of all, I mean, think about it. Most black people aren't working federal jobs. So they're going to be at work while the white people are off, chilling and showing up to your job, like ordering stuff or buying stuff or, just getting in the way, asking for things to be done. You still going to be like working for them while they having a day off. So this don't help us at all.
I agree with that. What about you, Third?
I mean,
A year and a half, Snuggles. A year and a half.
I mean, I think
1863, and then it came to the South June of 1865. Go ahead, y'all.
I mean, do I think this does anything in the grand scheme of things? I mean, I'll put it to you like this: them making Juneteenth a holiday is good for like for optics and just for like moral sake, but I mean, I don't really think it does anything long term or helps us, in reaching any closer to us getting reparations or I guess bettering the plight of black folks in this country. So that's just like my take on it, to be honest with you. Yeah, and shout out to Laura Reese. I agree with what Laura Reese said. It's basically just symbolism, no real tangible justice. Facts.
I like what Brian said. She said, fuck the bullshit, man, cut the check. That's what I'm talking about. But I hear a lot of people in this space, go after the boomers, man. I couldn't believe it, I'll be going after Generation X, but now I'm starting to believe like the boomers was the ones that really did destroy the black community. They had a hand in it, most definitely, because this is what y'all wanted. This is it. You can whisper in that man ear and say, "Hey, man, we want our reparations. We need something better than this." So y'all singing along with the old white lady and y'all shaking Joe Biden hand like he actually did something, because some people still feel like we ain't free. So I mean, I'm just blown away. Like, I can't believe this. This ain't no big deal for me.
Hey man, you want to know my other response to this? This is my other response to this whole Juneteenth. This is a real holiday now. It's a federal holiday. So this is my other response to the one I just gave.
I be popping bottles like a holiday. It's a holiday.
Might take Third Wolf home.
Exactly, because he just doing too
DJ
much.
Third.
It's a real nigga holiday, man. Already.
See, Third having way too much fun with Spotify.
Hey, by the way, shout out to M Town, bro. That was your boy Gotti, bro. That was your boy Yo Gotti. But yeah, real nigga holiday, Juneteenth, real nigga holiday already.
Hey man, but do black people really care about this holiday? Let's be honest. Like I said, man, 4th of July is where we get it popping, get the barbecue on the grill. We ain't thinking about no Juneteenth, to be honest with you. Or if I'm tripping, I'm hating.
Well, here we do. So I mean, maybe up north they don't, but here in Texas we do.
Yeah, of course. That's where it all happens. So yeah,
right.
I can see that most definitely. Yeah, man. I guess shout out to the Booms. They got what they wanted, and that's about it. Anyways, I guess we go to the next topic then.
Hold on, you see? So yeah, that's exactly what so I'm young Gen X, early millennial. So yeah, that was all the boomers. Them niggas is annoying.
Oh yeah, I agree with that, new. Yep. But yeah, this next topic, man, I want to speak on. Is that Beth?
Yeah, that's Beth. Yeah, I think she changed her name. That's Beth.
Oh, hey, Beth.
What's going on, Beth? Appreciate you coming through.
Long time no see. Did the Asians and the Jews have a hard time getting money from the U.S., especially from the U.S. did nothing to the Jews? Hey, know how that shit go.
Right.
But yeah, this next, speaking of Asians, we wanted to speak on the whole Asian man shooting a 6-year-old black boy, man. So before we get our thoughts, Topaz, run that clip real quick.
Okay.
Shot a little boy. He walks free, making bond on Tuesday. It has this family angry and confused.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got a bond that was so low for trying to kill my kid.
Arnold Daniel trying to figure out why Ryan Lee Wen is out of jail after allegedly shooting his son Kobe.
He tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not gonna work because I'm too fast.
So then what did he do?
Got a gun. Boom! Shot me right here.
It's all on video Saturday afternoon on Candlewood Lane. You'll see kids playing, hear a gunshot, then Kobe realizes he's hit. Lee Wen allegedly fired through his front window.
I mean, he
the
really
bullet
shot
went
that
in
little boy,
Kobe's
man.
arm and out the other side.
A child.
Yeah, that was crazy. I did not see that clip when I was looking for the news clip, and I saw that, man. That just broke my heart. Like, ain't no way that man. I mean, as a father, man, that man should have been beat down or something. Like, there's no way that somebody's gonna be standing and talking to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to live again. Like, I don't know, man. That was sick for a grown man to shoot a little child, man.
He a whole bitch for that. Like, why the fuck would you
And
shoot
he
a
looked
kid,
like he got a
bro?
smirk on his face taking that mug shot, man.
Exactly. Why would you, my nigga? Why would you shoot a damn kid, bro? Like, a kid is what the hell fuck a kid gonna do to you? Kid is home. Ain't even worried about you. You just trying to be a kid, trying to ride his bike and you know, run around, have fun and shit. You up here shooting at him like he's some kind of threat to you. And like you said, Brandon, bro, like to me that don't even deserve pause, bro. That deserve twisting a nigga fucking whole neck back. You know what I'm saying? Just twisting a nigga neck till it come off, bro. Like that's what that nigga deserve, bro. Cause that's some whole ass shit right there.
I agree with
see,
that.
that's what they think of our kids, right? That's what they think of Black life, like even the kids. And here's the thing, though. So if you, as the Black father, go and fight him and beat him up within an inch of his life, do you now get an Asian hate crime? I mean, they got a hate bill already passed. We can't even get them to like acknowledge the laws that say you can't just shoot us down in the street for no reason.
Nope, because we got Juneteenth. We got Juneteenth as a holiday. This is all we want. So Asians get protected, we don't. Our kids don't get protected, their kids get protected. So
right. And look, Snuggles is right. Why would it break your heart? I don't think people understand what Asians think of Black people. No, they do not like us. They look down on us. It is like I talked about it on a previous stream. They do not respect Black people at all. And then, right, look how they treat them in Africa. No, we're not. That's what they think of us.
no, what hurt me is I'm saying hearing the child scream that he got shot. That's what hurt me. Shit.
That child is extremely brave to be able to talk about what it was like getting shot. And so I read somewhere that the dad has put him in therapy now, which is a good thing, because at 6 years old getting shot at, well, first of all, it wasn't the gun first. It was a sledgehammer first. But since he couldn't get to the kid, he then went to get a gun that would reach further. So this kid is already leaving. There's nothing about that says a threat to you at all. Even if he was huge, he's leaving. You went to go get a weapon that could reach a distance to get to him. So that's.
he started chasing him with a hammer, right? He was running with a hammer, couldn't catch him. So went in his house, got his gun and shot the little boy.
Right. So had he caught that baby with that sledgehammer, oh Lord, I just feel like whatever he had done to that child needed to happen to him about 3 or 4 times. Like beat his ass with a sledgehammer. Don't let him die yet. Nurse him back to health, and then keep doing that shit for about 5 or 6 times.
Is he still locked up, or did he post bail?
He posted bail at first, and then when people were asking the judge to raise the bail, he got locked back up. I don't know if he's out yet again, but he still has a bail. He shouldn't have a bail because this is, like you're willing to fight children. First of all, why are you living in a Black neighborhood if you don't like Black people? And then you're willing to hurt children. I think if anything justifies no bail, it should be that. Oh, shout out to everybody that has shared the stream. Sheep Slay Sleep has shared the stream as well.
Yeah, shout out to Sleep, DS1. Appreciate you. Shout out to Sir Obadiah for sharing the stream. Cool Gent, all the people that share the stream. We appreciate y'all. And Snuggles, yeah, you telling the truth. Black people do spend a lot of money with the Asian community, and I mean, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and go there. But if we gonna go to one of them areas, man, when it comes to weave, I mean, just off of that alone, Black folks that made Asians rich. But I'm gonna get out of there though, bro, because I already know.
No, I am gonna take it on the Asians because when they weren't getting anything, they were days talking about all minority. They wanted to use the words people of color. And so now that they're getting what they want, now they're back to, oh, we don't need you. Like, that's just, I don't know. To me, I do believe that they need to slingshot some stuff to help us too. But they don't have to, because like Snuggle said, everybody keep going over there giving them the money.
Yeah, I mean, if we would really want to stick it to them, we gotta stick it to their pockets and make them, feel missing our presence. But how many of us actually gonna do that is a thing. Like that's, what I'm saying. I mean, they damn near own majority of the corner stores in the hoods. They own the beauty supply store in the hoods, and anything else in between you can think of. So yeah.
Fast. I guess we go on.
Yeah, no, I know, Doug. That's what I'm talking about. They got a hate crime bill. Okay, but then you should have been saying people of color in your hate crime bill. You wanted to say that before they gave you stuff, and now that they are, you didn't say people of color. You said Asians. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know. Go ahead, Brandon. Sorry about that.
No, you good. Yeah, I was gonna say y'all ready to wrap it up. Go to the next main topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it.
You got a third.
Okay. So
Wait, third. We got one more thing, right? The PPP loans. That was.
Oh yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. So, we have another segment for you guys of the PPP loan, and PPP for me, it stands for perpetrating pookie paper. You know what I'm saying? So but we have another segment for you guys. When PPP loan fraud scams goes wrong, looking at. So go ahead, play the clips.
And now to what's being called a multi-million-dollar scheme to defraud the feds. A man accused of using money meant for small businesses to buy this mansion in Central Florida, along with other luxury items. He got away with it for a while, but now he's been indicted.
The scheme helped him land millions from the PPP program, and Calvin's in the newsroom with the details.
Well, we've heard the story before. The man is accused of lying about his business, saying it had hundreds of employees with an average monthly payroll of nearly $3 million. But federal investigators say none of that was true. A federal grand jury has returned this indictment charging Don Cisternino of defrauding the federal government out of $7.2 million in COVID-19 relief funds. According to allegations in the indictment, Cisternino is accused of lying about his New York-based consulting company to get millions of dollars in payroll protection plan funds. Investigators say during 2019 and 2020, the company had few or no employees other than Cisternino and his girlfriend. According to the indictment, in April 2020, the Bradenton man submitted a fraudulent PPP loan application, including false supporting documents and bank statements. The application says the company had more than 400 employees. Charging documents indicate of the $7.2 million the couple received, more than $3 million of it went to this mansion. Property records show Cisternino and his girlfriend purchased the home in July 2020. The 12-acre estate boasts a British-style pub theater, 7 bedrooms, a tennis court, and a 5-stall horse barn. Investigators say it was paid for with PPP loan money. The grand jury indictment also claims a trail of evidence reveals Cisternino spent thousands of dollars on pricey vehicles like a Maserati, Lincoln Navigator, and a Mercedes-Benz, all in a span of months in 2020. And Cisternino has been indicted on 2 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of aggravated identity theft, and 3 counts of illegal monetary transaction. Louis, I'll send it back to you.
You know what they say, karma never forgets an address. All right, thank you, Calvin.
Hey, hey, man, niggas trying to live up to high life, all off of scam money, and that's what you get. So, and don't get me wrong, that crib, that mansion, that was a nice ass mansion. Don't lie, that shit was laid as fuck. But when you don't get it the legitimate way, hey, it is what it is. So now, the government gonna seize that property. You know what I'm saying? And now they're gonna have to do some time. So, and it was both a man and I guess his woman. So yeah, now she's gonna have to do some time too. So unless she willing to flip and just pin it all on him, which I'm probably sure that's probably in the works. So, but yeah,
but
that's
this
what
ain't nothing new. Remember Enron? They did not see the difference with that is they took money from the people and that were their employees and their stock options and their 401ks and stuff. But then if you try to do it in the other direction where you try to take money from the government, they're definitely going to come after you for their money. I don't know if the people from Enron ever got their money back, but people when they had these businesses and stuff, whenever there's a government bailout or either there's some kind of way for people to use a business to get money, this is what happens.
Look at Snuggles talking about some. Remember a few years ago when everybody was doing drops? What you know about that? He was out there doing drops.
Wait, what's drops? What does that mean? When everybody was doing drops?
But the drops I'm thinking about, I don't think Snuggles was thinking about it. I think she's talking about something else, maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure what she's talking about. I'm wondering if it's drug related, but I don't know. I'm not sure. But
what I'm talking about is drug related.
See, now, okay, so which one of us is more likely to have led this backsliding ass life, me or Brandon? Because see, he know all the terminology.
Oh, no, don't put that on me. No,
I don't understand it. I'm sorry, Snuggles. I'm a good girl. I don't know the answer to that.
She don't understand the lingo all of a sudden.
I don't get it.
Hey, highlight Queen of the South's comment. The one, yeah, that she. You know what? You got a good point, Queen. Those the people who just got busted and called. Yeah, at least they was trying to, be smart about it, trying to buy property, instead of just, a
but
bunch
they
of.
still did some nigga shit with that Maserati. Yeah. I mean, come on now, that's gonna depreciate when you drive it off the lot.
Yeah, but hey man, nigga gotta live it up just a little bit, man. Quit hating. You know what I'm saying? Quit being a hater, Tope. Let the nigga live it up a little bit.
I ain't being a hater. I was trying to say them, but now look, they in Fed jail. They in Fed prison now. So but it's me being a hater. See, this is giving all kind of childhood flashbacks.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Snuggles say drops was the income tax scams. Oh, yeah. But that's been going on like damn near since forever, since I can remember. So it ain't nothing new, Snuggles. But yeah, I feel you though.
Oh yeah, man. I knew a couple people. How the fuck? I don't know how many dependents you'd have to get a 20 grand check back for taxes. They had to know they was gonna get caught. So yeah.
Hey, to one of these Keishas out here, they got a whole bunch of kids. Let a real nigga hold one of your kids for income tax, for you know what I'm saying, so I can get a little extra money on my income tax. Cause I ain't got no kids, so Uncle Sam be taking most of my money. You know what I'm saying, so let a real nigga hold one of the kids, man, for tax, man. Come on, I'll break you off a little something.
Let me hold one of your kids, Lord. All right, this where we at. Okay.
Facts. But so and of course that's just one scenario of the PPP loan scam, and you think it would stop there, but unfortunately, as of course, it gets worse and worse and worse. So let's look at the next example of the perpetrating Pookie paper when scamming goes wrong. Let's look at another example of that. Come on, Topaz, roll a clip.
Okay.
Boy, I done got my PPP loan. My whole life done changed. I'm out here in Florida. I'm drinking different beers and everything. Hey, I don't know if they're gonna catch me,
that's
but
just
hey,
how
whatever it is,
huh?
it is. I'm enjoying now, you heard me? Boy, I done got my PPP loan. My whole life done changed. I'm out here in Florida. I'm drinking different beers and everything. Hey, I don't know if they're gonna catch me, but hey, whatever it is, it is. I'm enjoying now, you heard me?
Paige and Topaz, come get your baby daddy. Paige and Topaz.
No. See, that was third in the background over there, drinking them different beers with him. You should have told him before y'all went on this boys trip that this was just highly illegal.
By the way, you could tell that nigga from somewhere in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? You heard me,
right?
You could tell. But Topaz, come get your ignorant ass baby daddy. Come get locked up. Come swoop him and save him from himself.
No, that couldn't be my baby daddy, because I'm gonna tell you right now, did you see Professor Black Ops comments earlier? He would have been on no beach talking about I'm out here living life. Drinking Michelob, really? That's a high life to you? That's like different beers and everything. Like, he was so amazed. Come on now.
Hold on, wait, go back, wait one motherfucking minute. Bronze did quick up here, capping in front. You know that's your type right there. You know that's the type of niggas you like and go for. That's you all day right there. Don't front.
Look, Darth, it do sound like him. Like maybe that's the video that got him caught. And then so he went to the barbershop and they was like, yeah, we are gonna catch you. We got you. Come on.
He from New Orleans. He sound like he from New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they gotta take that down. They crazy out there.
Y'all women in the chat, y'all know y'all like them scamming pookies. You know y'all love y'all some scam. Y'all like them pookies that do the PPP loan frauds, that be peeling cards. You know what I'm saying? All that shit. You know what I'm saying? The scamming shit, the tax scams. Y'all be with all that shit, especially y'all benefiting from it and getting bags from it and taking trips off it. Y'all love that shit. Don't be trying to front a cab now.
I mean, you stay trying to put these broke ass niggas onto somebody third. Like, what are they paying you to help fix them up or something? Because
the nigga wasn't broke when he was taking you to 5-star restaurants and taking you to Neiman Marcus.
For like 2 weeks, he said he just got it and his life changed and he is moved up to.
So when the nigga took you to Neiman Marcus and Nordstroms and Cap Style on you, was he broke then?
His idea, no. See, first of all, he wasn't taking nobody to none of them places, which means I wasn't gonna be there, because his idea of balling out is going to the beach drinking Michelob. I'm sorry, no, just so much no, all at the same time.
When he bought your ass that diamond necklace and that new Benz, was he broke then?
That broke ass minded nigga ain't buying nobody no diamond necklaces. No, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I know somebody else.
Topaz, you know the thing that you found attractive about him most was them platinum teeth.
Because he looked like his breath stank. I'm gonna just tell you right now. He drinking beer with all of them goals in his mouth. It just don't look promising.
That's Topaz baby daddy. His nickname, the nickname that she gave him was Platinum Mouth Shouter. That's her.
No, don't that sound like something Third would say? That's your homeboy, your best friend, and I feel like you was the one that told him it'd be a good idea to record that video.
Come on, black people, let's go. Oh, she turned it down. Let's get into the ransomware and let's get $100 million. Let's really get the bag. Like, hey,
see,
Professor Black Ops trying to show us how to really do it. We know what you be doing, Professor. We know what you be doing, man.
Yeah, man. Listen,
y'all go subscribe. Y'all need to go subscribe to his channel so y'all can learn how to hack people's credit cards and all that, man.
Right? No, but don't you get extra time if you do some stuff and somebody computers? And don't they take that like real serious?
Wait, say it again.
Would you say that?
And it's extra time if you hacking into somebody's stuff through computers, don't they?
Oh yeah. You can get some that's like federal time. That's like fed crime. Yeah. So yeah, definitely.
See,
my thing is them computer guys, them the new gangsters, man. Y'all better stop sleeping on the tech brothers. Them the new gangsters.
Right.
Wait, you talking? Wait, Brandon, are you telling me there's a such thing as STEM pookies?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look, somebody coming up here to defend their position. Come on, Professor Pookie.
Shout out to the STEM pookies.
Speak of the devil, goddamn.
We got one.
Show us how to really get that bag.
Yeah, man.
Professor Black Ops, bro. You a STEM pookie, bro?
Yeah, man. If we gonna do it, we gotta do it right, man. We got a high step. We need to be great in everything, man. We gonna still great, man. Don't be going to get the bag, man.
Well, you know what? That ain't a losing philosophy. I will say.
Nah, man. I got faith in Topaz, man. We're gonna have offshore accounts, Bitcoin. We're gonna be moving money electronically. We gonna watch it differently.
And cipher it through a bunch of different stuff. So when they finally track down one account, oops, nope, what account, nigga? It's on somewhere else.
Now this is a true story. Now that y'all gonna think it's fake. I want to say it's 1995. Everybody remember New Jack City?
Yeah.
So these dudes come up to me. They moving big way to Indiana. Google. It's called the Baja Boys. They said, we want you to be Christopher Williams and set up the computer system. I go, I think that nigga got stabbed in the hand in the movie. If I remember the movie correctly, I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that, man.
No, he got stabbed in the hand in the middle of the movie. At the end, didn't he get shot at some point?
Yeah, he got shot at the end. They killed him. I'm like, nah, I don't think that's gonna be me, fellas. I'm gonna have to take a rain check on y'all. If I can help y'all with some encrypted phones, I can help you out that route, but I ain't doing nothing crazy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
This is not a true story. This is a reenactment.
Queen of the South, I actually used to teach at ITT Tech. That was the weirdest school ever. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I used to teach at ITT Tech.
So listen, you gonna come up here one day and then we just gonna have you talking to us about what we need to know, and then whatever the people take that information and do is on them. Okay? Like, you're not telling them to scam, but you just gonna give them the tools to, if they can put it together, they came up with that on their own.
No, that's true. It's a lot of crazy stuff out there nowadays. But two, I work in the government. I used to work for DOD. Their surveillance is second to none. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Their surveillance is off the chart now.
Right.
Because your phone's watching you. Even if you cut off your phone is still following you. A lot of people don't know that.
Now I figured as much. I just kind of gave up. It's like whatever. So if you peering into my webcam, you see what you see, you get what you get. I don't always have my hair done. So if you watch that, you just get whatever you peer into that because you wanted that, because you wanted to know.
Yeah, I just tell everybody put that little piece of tape over that webcam. Just tape it up.
See. Okay, we done with the PPP loans. I'm sure it's gonna be somebody to do something dumb tomorrow for next week.
Nah, but Professor Black Ops, real quick though, go into more detail, like, because Brandon actually had a point. I know he was like being funny, but he had a point. There are a lot of people that are now quote unquote committing crimes, from a computer and through the internet. Like, speak more about that. Matter of fact, before you do, I remember there's this TV series I like to watch. I don't even watch TV like that no more, but when I do, it's certain things I watch. And it was like a show of like it was about like different gangsters, right? Or people that they consider gangsters, right? And there was this one white dude, I forgot his name, but he actually was a college kid, but he like somehow created his own like little dark website. I think it was called the Silk Road or whatever.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Oh, okay, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And basically, off of that dark web website, he was able to like sell drugs, any kind of drugs you wanted, guns, ammunition, and
they sell everything on there, man. They were selling grenades. The sad part about it, they were selling little kids in Malaysia, man. You could get anything on that site.
And this was a white boy. This wasn't no nigga. This wasn't no. This was a white dude, and man, he was getting away with that shit for a long time. And he was in college too when he was doing all of this.
I think he was in Texas. I think he went to a
Texas. I think he was. Was he in Austin? He might have been in Austin.
I think it was Austin. I think you're right.
Yeah, that sounds like Austin, because Austin is where all the computer stuff is for Texas.
It's funny. I'm thinking about moving to Austin, so it's funny you mentioned.
Well, yeah, that's the Texas equivalent of Silicon Valley.
Facts. Matter of fact, recently I think Google just moved their headquarters. They're moving their headquarters from the Bay Area to Austin because it's cheaper. The taxes are cheaper out there. So
Oracle did too. That's a big database company I've done for 20 years. They're actually moving to Austin. But cybersecurity crime. If you go out there, everybody's familiar with ransomware. They sell it like it's a franchise, so you can actually call somebody up. They give you the software to do ransomware. Then they want 30% of your profits. They give you a tutorial how to run it, and they'll lease it to you. So you don't, and not like you have to write it. You just go out on the dark web and says, "I want to do ransomware." They'll tell you how to get somebody to click on the email, lock it up. When they send you the money, they want you to send their other party and to that other 30% in Bitcoin. So they made it like they call it ransomware as a service. Like you can go to Amazon and spin up computers. You go out on the dark web and spin up ransomware. So I saw Queen talk about that. Yeah, Queen, if you look at Kenny Conjos, he's actually doing a cool series on that. But part of that series is you can go on the dark web, and a lot of pedophiles go on Silk Road and order kids from around the world, Africa, any third world country, Africa, Malaysia, Vietnam. Kenny Conjo's got a cool series on there, but I guess it's not cool. But from that point of view, you can order kids through ransomware, then their handlers will get the money. The sad part is a lot of parents was actually selling their kids for money because they're so poor in the third world countries.
Yeah, you keep it right there. That's the name of the guy. Okay, so it was a white guy. His name was Ross William Ulbricht.
Yep.
He was the founder of Silk Road. He got a double life sentences of 40 plus years. Yeah. So thank you, Dan. I appreciate you for
that's
bringing it
him.
up. Yeah, that's definitely him.
But the crazy thing is they arrested him 6 months later. They spun up another one. So, I mean, it's not like they shut it down. They just spun up a different one. And the guys that was under him spun up their own one. So they like they stopped anything.
Yeah, facts, Queen. Google is moving its headquarters from the Bay Area in California to Austin, Texas, because number one, the taxes in Texas are cheaper than they are in California.
Oh, yeah.
And two, Austin is literally becoming the Texas Silicon Valley, overnight. So and if I'm not mistaken, Professor Black Ops, when I was watching that documentary or that episode on William Ross Ulbricht, the dude who started the Silk Road black market website, they said that people were using, like, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they using Bitcoin to purchase those particular things off of there?
Most definitely, Bitcoin. That's the only thing, because it's hard to trace.
Yep.
So they're trying to figure out. A lot of people think because China actually outlawed Bitcoin, so the United States trying to figure out what they're going to do with Bitcoin. If they're going to actually try to outlaw it or not. If you do Fed papers, they're actually trying to figure out, because you can't control inflation using Bitcoin, and that's what they do with paper money. So the United States trying to figure out, are they going to jump on board? They're going to try to regulate it. They're going to try to put some in, so they're going to track it, because they were bringing up that they want to start tracking like drug money. Like if you spend more than $10,000 in Bitcoin, you're going to have to start saying that you did that. So they're trying to figure out how they're going to regulate that.
No, Queen. Drugs was just the tip of it. He was selling like everything. He was selling drugs, weapons, ammunition,
kids and shit, grenades.
Like grenades, everything.
You could buy anything, because you're doing that stuff outside the United States. A lot of that is. So when you go overseas, it's like everything's open. You can just do what the hell you want, man. You go to foreign countries.
So the question is, where's he getting all his inventory at?
They doing it like eBay. So they putting the buyers and sellers together. So why they doing that is he's hiding your anonymity through his website. So he's kind of like the middleman. So everybody on there has got to vouch for you that you actually a crook. But of course the FBI's on there. So people vouch for people to kind of say if you're okay or not. But like Third and everybody knows there's always a snitch in there. So they vouch for each other. So he's like a middleman. That's how he made his money.
Shout out to Blaze Stampede. Yes, correct, bro. They also had Hitman for Hire on their website.
Facts.
So if you needed to take care of something and you needed a hitman, the Silk Road website was the place you would go to hire a professional hitman to take care of any kind of issue or problem that you had.
You shoot my son, I'm out on a Silk Road. I'm getting somebody for you, man. That's all I'm saying, man. You can't be shooting the babies. We got to use Silk Road for something good. But now, there's been cybercrime. Actually, somebody posted something on there. She said, that just kind of pissed me off. Did cybercrime cause the criminals, or did criminals cause cybercrime? In the 80s, when they started first putting companies on the internet, there was no fair time. So you could steal $50 million and get like 3 years. So
shit, I'd do 3 years for $50 million if that was still the case. Shit.
Yeah, I have to go ahead and sit it down.
So if you look back in the old days, you can Google that. Wasn't nobody ready really for those systems to be put on the web. They wasn't designed for security. They were designed for convenience. That's why we so far behind.
So I have a question for you, since you're the tech guy, the professional tech guy. Let me ask you this. So now that I guess traditional crime, street crime is starting to become obsolete, and a lot of, they locking niggas up left and right for it. Mm-hmm. Do you think going forward in the future, online virtual crimes are going to be, or cyber crimes are going to become more of the normal type of crimes that people do out here, like criminals and stuff? Do you think that's going to be the new norm now?
No, the only reason why I don't think they're going to be the new norm is, as well y'all say, is Black people don't want to study and learn those skills. Those are different type of skills. So I don't think it's going to be normal. The most crimes you see now are basically mafia and nation states. So when you see the Cullinan pipeline hit, that's Russia. That's a nation state. I don't think it's become nuanced because now companies are aware of it and they're low level. They call script kiddies and low level guys. We can stop that stuff. Now, when you talk about nation states, people with PhDs, Vietnam, because you got kids that go to college in the United States to get a PhD. When they go back home, they can't make money. So a lot of those kids get in cybercrime. They went to MIT, Harvard, Princeton. Then we deport them. So they come up and make their own. They make their own cyber gangs. So I don't think it's going to be a low level crime. And if you look up now, a third, I think you're wrong because petty crimes, especially in the Midwest, is shot up. People robbing people at the gas station, robbing you when you jump out the car because they about to stop.
The reason why I asked that because I noticed, people still, as long as drugs are around, people are still gonna, partake in, in drug crimes. But I noticed nowadays scamming has become which scamming has even been going on since back in the 80s and 90s, but now that's become more of the go-to crime for low-level criminals is scamming. Right. That's the new thing that people want to do now. So that's why I asked that question.
Right. I guess for me, let's separate those. I don't think PPP loan or taxes, I wouldn't put that in the cyber world. I actually work for a tax organization for a state and we get a lot of people trying to do fraud. For us, that's separate because fraud is you trying to figure out, like you said, can I carry somebody's kids? Can I make a fake company? I might be talking about make a fake company, create some W-2s. Those W-2s by the employees, I try to file those as taxes to get the money for my fake employees. I don't consider that cyber. That's you trying to trick the system. So I separate those two, right? Because you're not sitting down at the computer like, I'm a hacker, I'm going to get in there. You're trying to say, okay, the state taxes and the IRS is not checking for this combination of what I'm about to try to do, right? So I don't consider that cyber crime. I consider that fraud. To do fraud, you don't need computer skills at all. Like you said, 5 years ago, people did, which was smart. Guy made a fake company, fake employees. Then he said he paid them, which the IRS doesn't check that till after the W-2. So then he tried to file a tax returns for each one of those employees. That shit would work for 10 years ago, but it wouldn't work now, right? So that's fraud.
The shit I don't understand about these dumb niggas who did this whole PPP loan scamming thing is like, nigga, how the fuck do you have an imaginary payroll? How the fuck can you claim that you have 100 employees to pay when nigga you don't even have a business, like, period? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like
that's the fraud. That's where the state tax people are messing up. Is you file all that. Once you said all that stuff, we do that stuff in retro. So what happened is the government looked at it, did some these checks, then they paid it out, then they went back and really checked. They go, oh shit, we sent the money. They should do all that shit up front, and the guy should never get the money. But our systems are so old, we struggle with that.
Facts.
A lot of those systems are from the 70s and 80s, man. We just now getting them migrated.
Because it's like, if you ain't got a business, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck you gonna just magically say, oh, I got these employees, and like, come on, bro. Like,
well, people been doing that with kids forever, man. They just start getting better now. In the 80s, people used to make up kids and shit because they wasn't checking their SSNs off the bat.
Yeah.
But see, I kind of feel like this whole PPP loan thing, was a way to bait motherfuckers to take it, and because they knew a lot of people was gonna be desperate, and they knew like, man, these niggas gonna take this shit. They so desperate, they hungry. And when they can't pay us our money back, we gonna get their ass. So
I don't think it was quite a bet. What they were doing was they were trying to inflate the economy, right? They said, okay, if we get poor people money, they're gonna spend it. If you give rich people money, they're gonna invest in stock and put it aside. If we get poor people money, they're gonna spend it. But like most people they got greedy, right? If you'd have did just something average, they probably would have never got caught.
Nah, niggas want to buy Maseratis.
Yeah, Maseratis.
And Rolexes and, what I'm saying, all that. Now, the one thing, I'm going to just use me as an example. If I was, to get a people, the only thing I would buy like property. I would buy like homes and stuff like that. And then, the rest I would try to invest into like, crypto and all that kind of stuff and businesses and stuff like that. But, the only thing I would have bought that was luxurious was probably like property. That's it.
But why wouldn't they? Okay, so this is my question with Black people, right? And why don't we think to help them? if you are making up a fake company, then just put like some friends or family members' names and stuff down, like they was getting paid, and in that way they actually get to have the money instead of it just being all you by your selfish self. Then they couldn't what they was gonna say, right? Oh, you didn't actually pay these people. Yes, I did, and we all ate.
The problem with that though is you always know, Topaz, we get too greedy. We want to buy, like you said, a Maserati. If somebody did that with $20,000, I believe they would have never got caught. He had his wife, like you said, put a couple kids on there, and he would have never got caught. But the dude bought a mansion with a pool. It looked like it was a Ferris wheel or something in the middle of the pool.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie, that mansion was nice. That shit was laid like a motherfucker. I can't even lie, that shit was laid.
This is one thing I forgot to shout out. In the 80s, I was taking Oracle class in Atlanta. And I've been to Magic City. It was the most beautiful thing. As Cat Williams, the most beautifulest, ugliest thing I ever seen in my life. It was so beautiful. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I'm pretty sure it definitely was a sight to see, man.
Oh man, I'm from the Midwest too. I ain't never seen nothing like that, man. I ain't never
what
seen
year was
it.
this? What year was this when all this was going on?
I want to say 92. I was down there. Oracle's this big company. They were giving us $150 a day to eat on. I was eating at McDonald's for $5, taking the rest of it up in Magic City, giving it to the needy, man. Giving it to the needy, man.
Hey,
man. Woo.
Hey, man, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
That was unbelievable, man.
He was up in there. He was up in there doing the bang head bounce up in there.
Oh man, this young black dude was teaching class. He said, "We're gonna do something tonight, man." I was probably about 28. I was like, "Oh my god, I ain't never seen nothing like this come from Indiana." Oh my god, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Let's get back on computer crime. That's all I'm gonna say. But
I'm just saying that would have been technically, because you're supposed to use it for payroll, right? So it's some people that ain't got no job, and you put them on your payroll and you pay them, and everybody shut the hell up. Who knows what job you're actually doing? Like, all they care about is, did you pay somebody's salary with this money? But then again, it's like, here's the problem: if the people ain't got no job and they getting assistance, they're not gonna want to take the income because it's gonna stop them. You got to find a balance. Like, I feel like it could have worked if they had just not been stupid. Like, see, that was the punishment for them being selfish.
Right.
Go on vacation, you want to get all these expensive cars instead of spreading that around the community.
Right. The thing we made up though is most people that actually signed up for the PPP, they have real companies that just never did anything with them. They never got any employees. They never really did real business. Because
Topaz, I'm gonna need you to quit fronting cabin, because if one of them niggas would have bought you that Benz or that Beamer coupe, you wouldn't have been complaining.
No, see, here's the thing. I'm smarter than that. So if a nigga tell me he got a PPP loan and he bought me a Benz with it, I'm gonna be like, look, here, take this back, because they not gonna be dragging me out of church service trying to repossess my Benz in front of the pastor and everybody else and the Lord watching. So some shit you just gotta pass up.
You remember that PPP loan video we did last week where they pulled up on the nigga at the barbershop?
I did.
While he was, except for if they'd been Topaz that it took the Benz or the Beamer coupe, they would have been pulling her up at the nail shop or at the beauty shop while she was getting her hair and her nails did.
See, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like having stuff you got to give back. Yeah. So it's like, why would I do that?
My thing though is, how they know you at the barbershop, man? They got tracker on. They track his phone.
No, because he was probably goofy enough and went live talking about.
He did. And
doing the most all week.
And a lot of people don't know this is the sheriff has warrants on templates. They give that shit to Facebook, Snapchat, and Google at a blink of an eye. They got to turn over all your information. So yeah, that's easy. So yeah, that's how he did it.
Yep. So
stupid criminals. If you're gonna be a criminal, at least let it be something that could possibly work. Don't be a dumb criminal.
I don't know if you heard me, Professor Blackhouse, but I said, or at least I coined the term PPP. I said, to me, it stands for perpetrating pookie paper.
I heard you. That's a good thing. The sad part about it is we need to get our businesses up so we could get be able to take advantage of that. And we need like you said, I don't want Juneteenth, man. I want reparations, man. So like somebody said, that's stimulus. So we need to take that money, take the resources we got, and try to start a Black Wall Street up, man. Because if every city's got a Chinatown, some other town, there's no Black town very rarely in any of those cities. The only one I can think of is Atlanta, because it's kind of traditionally Black. But I don't think there's one in Chicago or any other place in the city where you say this is a black town. This is where we're gonna go. This is where we're gonna try to start businesses and do stuff. No, facts, kind of guy. But if you had a real company and you had real employees, then you could actually show what you did with the money, right? Even if you just had a straw company where you had guys working for you part-time, right? You could have got the PPP loan, but we never really take our business to that level. 95% of the black businesses are single proprietors, which means there's just people trying to make money to survive. They're really not trying to elevate as a business and grow it. Right. That's my 2 cents on that. But
yeah, that was the point. That's why I was like, you know, if they had been thinking about somebody but themselves, they'd be in this predicament.
By the way, Darth Flow, bro, I'm just gonna say this right now, bro. You ain't shit, bro. Almost every time you come up in here, you be changing your name to something more hilarious than now you change your name to Darth Platinum Mouth. You ain't shit. I know why you say that, because we just played old dude with the platinum.
Yeah, and he be doing it quick too. So like I'm just saying, Darth.
No, well, now the dude with the platinum mouth, why did he do that, man? You online, you just telling y'all your business, and you just like a commercial, you just telling on yourself, man. Why would he do that?
All I know is Topaz said if it ain't no gold or platinum in his mouth, she don't want him. You know, throw the whole nigga away.
Third, look, if y'all listening to Third, y'all gonna get y'all feelings hurt so bad.
But I want to give
Not
a shout out.
Third.
Shout out to the nameless protagonist. I'm not sure this is your first time over here, but you know, appreciate you for coming through and showing love. What's going on with you? But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. If y'all want to, we can go to the next topic, you know. But yeah, you know, these PPP loan scams is getting out of control, and it's like you would think niggas would learn by now, but I guess just some niggas just ain't gonna never learn, no matter, you know, how hard they bump their head or how bad the consequences is.
15 minutes of fame, Third. 15 minutes of fame, man.
Yeah, I actually heard somebody say that they at least they get to enjoy it for a little bit, and I'm like, see, and that's the problem right there.
You know what? I believe that fame or not fame, but attention and clout to me is like the new drug. It's not even money no more. It's people that don't even want money. They'd rather be just broke and popular. Like me personally, I'd rather be unknown and paid than to be popular and broke. But you know,
if
popular
I get paid,
and
I'm gonna be anonymous.
So you know, but some people would rather be known and broke than to be, you know, paid and low key. So I mean,
I think that's the Generation Z thing, man. I was talking to somebody about that. I think Generation Z, they're super flossy. Every person I talk in Gen Z tell me they're going to be a billionaire, and I'm always confused when they tell me that. So that's a real, that generation is super flossy. I always tell them when they tell me a billionaire, I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to crush your dream, but I think we only got 5 billionaires out of 44 million. So can you just start with a millionaire before we get to billion? But
see, so they actually also don't know how things work either. So that's.
Well, they from the YouTube, Twitter, where you got kids on YouTube making millions of dollars playing with toys because other kids watch them. So they think they're going to be the next that. You know, shout out to KS. That dude making $100,000 a month. So I mean, if you come up with the right scenario, insult the right people, or have the right twist, I mean, you can make a crazy amount of money.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, man. So, you know, but like I said, man, you know, niggas gonna keep getting their hands burned touching that hot stove, I guess. But
yeah. Queen of the South was on Grandmaster Troll channel when they was talking about KS making 100,000. I was kind of confused when they were throwing them damn numbers out. 100,000 a month. I was like, I can't comprehend what that is.
But what we got next on the list, Brandon? Bitcoin. He fell asleep on us, man.
Yeah, talking about me eating snacks. He over there stuffing his face.
That's what happens when you eat them chitlin sandwiches, bro. And Brandon, you quit eating that swine, bro.
Okay.
Well, yeah, what we got next? What we got
don't
next
need Brandon.
Yeah.
This means we got to kick Brandon out.
He over there. He over there with Khadijah, so he a little tied up right now.
Oh, shout out to Khadijah, man. They're gonna make a great
Yeah,
black
she
love.
ain't getting here today. That's probably it.
Brandon got her tied. I was gonna say tied up. That didn't sound appropriate. I want to retract that. For the record, TV doesn't believe in BDSM. I want to retract that statement. In this.
Exactly. We do not. This is a BDSC free zone. All right. So the next topic, Destiny's Child, Cater to You song, right? So apparently.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Topaz.
What?
We were arguing about that in the barbershop. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish before I jump in. I'm sorry. I'm antsy.
Oh, okay. No, so like apparently now the new movement is Big Snack L. Now that's funny. So the new movement now is to cancel Destiny's Child's Cater to You song. So y'all remember the song, or do I need to get the vocals right and try to hit them notes? But I'm not gonna do it. So
we remember that. We don't want to hear that torture, but we remember.
Whatever, third. So anyway, so I think Michelle Williams, I heard Kelly Rowland had something to say. I don't know if Beyonce made a statement or not yet, but we're playing the video where let's see which one of them. I think Michelle Williams responded. So this is her response to Black Twitter.
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your girl, Creole Kisses, coming back at you guys with the latest hot topics out of my diary. Diary gang, what's going on? It's Creole Kisses Diary TV. We're going to be talking about Black Twitter. Black Twitter has decided to cancel a lot of the R&B songs. They came out with some of the hottest females, such as Mary J. Blige, and the one being the most popular is Destiny's Child. They want to cancel Cater to You. Do you guys remember that song? That song was supposed to be an inspiration to the black, or any man. I'm not going to just say the black man, but to any man, basically just doing any and everything for your man, girl. So it looks like someone took to Twitter and said that the song was basically like a slavery song, slaving for your man. And today's millenniums, they're not having it. They said we are canceling that song. Do you guys agree? Do you feel like that song was saying a little too much? I mean, do you think that Black Twitter is just thinking too much into it? I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Anyhow, Michelle Williams from the group Destiny's Child had something to say, and I'm gonna play that for you now. Check it out.
My name is Merlene, and I just read that y'all want to cancel the song Cater to You by Destiny's Child. Oh, honey, you didn't discern who you were catering to, and you gave your little pearls to swine. Don't be mad at Destiny's Child.
Y'all heard Michelle Williams. She said, if you decide to cater to the wrong man, that's your fault. Don't blame the song. The song has nothing to do with it. Y'all remember when Cater to You came out? That was a hot record. Actually, that was a hot album altogether. But now here we are in 2021 and folks are not feeling it. They want to petition to cancel the record. Is that possible or not? Everyone has different opinions, but I want to know your opinion. As women, we love to be catered to, or if we have never been catered to, we want to be catered to. But how do you feel about the man, honey? Do you feel like that's slavery? Does a man deserve to be catered to? Let me know how y'all feel. Is it fair for Black Twitter to want to cancel the record, or is Michelle Williams right? You need to be careful who you choose to cater to. Let me know. And I got to go. But before I go, I got some juicy news on Drake. Yes, you want to hear this news. So go ahead and click the link in the bio and check out what I have on Drake. Talk to y'all in a minute. Bye.
Yeah,
I feel like she right.
Yeah, so let me go ahead and get my take on this real quick. So now anything that woman does, for her significant other, is considered slavery. So I guess if my woman decides to make me a nice dinner or meal, she I got her in in chains and I'm whipping on all this stuff, and I'm suppressing her and I'm pressing her and all of this stuff. So, this shit is getting ridiculous. It's getting out of hand. Like, at what point do we quit fucking listening to what everybody else says and how they feel? Like, at the end of the day, it's only should be two people in your relationship. That should be you and that other person. Quit trying to let all these other people in y'all relationship tell y'all and dictate to y'all what's good for y'all relationship, what isn't good. Like, at the end of the day, when y'all go to sleep at night, y'all not sleeping in bed with them other people. So why even worry and even listen to anything that they saying? 9 times out of 10, the people that's trying to tell y'all what's good and what's not good for your relationship, these motherfuckers ain't got nobody for their damn self. They lonely and miserable their damn self. So they want you to be lonely and miserable like them. So, it's like, why even listen to anything that they're saying? So, like, stop listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a good man and your man treats you good and he do what he's supposed to do on his end, then what's wrong with you, doing something for him for a change? And, like I said, the cooking and all that stuff. I mean, that's like easy stuff. But I'm talking about, like, like if you want to cater to your man, give your man a massage or do something nice for him, what's wrong with that? Like, it's called reciprocity for a reason, but that's something that's a concept that a lot of people nowadays don't understand, because it's all about me, and what can he do for me, but you don't want to share that same love back. And if that's the type of person you're going to be, then your ass just need to stay single, period, forever, because a relationship is a two-way street, not a one-way street, and it's supposed to be an even exchange on both ends. So I don't know what the fuck these motherfuckers is listening to and who they listening to and all the dumb advice that these motherfuckers is giving them. Like, they tripping.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So if the dude is doing everything else in the relationship, like
nameless. No, I was just saying facts. The nameless comment. Facts.
So here's the thing. So if the guy is taking care of all of the outside stuff in the house, what is it? If you're doing this kind of stuff in a song, what is it specifically that you're doing that would mean that you're part of a team and that you deserve to be taken care of to such a manner? Now, if you are picking guys that ain't doing nothing for you and you doing all of that for them and now you mad about it, she's right. That's your fault, because you should have had them doing something, to help you out beforehand. That's part of the teamwork. If the man is making all of the money, he's paying all of the bills, he's cutting the grass and doing the man part of the house, why would otherwise you just want to sit there and have somebody just handing you stuff because you're you? So, like, I don't get it. Like, how would you feel like you've earned that position? What else would you be doing in there? And don't say sex, because I mean, after that's over with, he can still kick you out.
Fact. And you know what? Do me a favor. Highlight Darth Low's comment. He got to go up. He makes he makes a really good point. You got women out here who, they find it oppressive to cater to their husband who's doing everything he's supposed to do and then some, holding it down, as a man should. And, like I said, they'll find it oppressive, to cater to him. But meanwhile, they'll be catering to their side nigga, and he ain't doing shit for them, but just, breaking their back, whenever they, need their back broken and shit like that. But he ain't doing nothing else outside of that. And she'll cater to that nigga like he damn king or something. Like, motherfuckers need to get their priorities together. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all hustling backwards with that bullshit.
Because it's only okay if you're trying to win them over, And so I don't like when men say you got to keep women on, like, the hamster wheel. But see, stuff like this is why. Is because if y'all going to do that, then, of course, they're going to keep you in that state, never knowing, always being unsure, just so that you can still do this kind of thing. And if you too dumb to figure it out and you still doing it in that order, then you deserve what you get. I just don't get it. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, like you said, it's the crazy thing though is that generation is like that. Black women getting married at a 25% rate. What is it going to be? 0 in the next 5 years if we keep doing shit like that? It's going to be crazy. So I guess what's the slavery part, Topaz? Why they think it's slavery? You got any insight on that?
Slavery is asking her to make you a sandwich. That's slavery. You know what I'm saying? Asking her, to you know what I'm saying, give you a little back rub. That's you up here putting her through Jim Crow and all kind of bullshit.
Right. So,
I don't know what the slavery party is, because to be honest with you, I didn't hear anything in that song that was She said she was going to do it on her own. So the guy wasn't even making her do it. And then see, here's another thing, right? So, okay, you're mad at Destiny's Child. Think about the quality of men that they're dealing with. They're dealing with men that when you're doing that and they like you there, they see a place for you in their home, you ain't got to work outside the home. If you're, mad about this, then you need to up the type of men that you are getting. So yeah, a man, their category, you are going to cater to that. That's a way of reinforcing men to go out and take care of business. If you let them lay up and play video games and eat all your kids' snacks all day and you catering to him just so you think you can motivate him to stay instead of him using all that free time he got at the day while you're at work messing with the rest of the chicks in the neighborhood, if that's why you think that you're supposed to be catering to a dude, yeah, that does sound like slavery, but you the one participating in it.
Facts. I love the part when I'm at work and I see how the ladies pull up. Then they dudes jump out the passenger side and jump in the car and go back home and go to sleep. I'm like, that dude got on pajamas. He ain't going to work.
So what I want to do is I want to ask all the women, you Topaz and then the women in the chat, I want to ask y'all this question. So if it's considering, if catering to a young man is considered slavery amongst a lot of these women's minds, then do y'all look at catering to a man catering to a woman or his woman? Do y'all look at that as him simping?
First of all, I don't call men simps. I just am against it because I feel like if he wanted to do those things, then I'm not gonna shame him for it. Especially if I'm taking it. So I don't call men simps, but I don't think that is something like to be ashamed of. To be honest with you. I don't think simps should be ashamed of their simpery. I don't.
You know what? They need to come out some, I know, nowadays there's no such thing as like, boy bands or boy groups or male groups anymore. But if there was, since they need to do like a reverse song of cater to you, but, they're going to call it, let me simp up to you, talking to the women, on some let me simp up to you looking ass, do that.
No, but they have a bunch of songs that already do that where the men are catering to the women. Like, what is that song with Babyface that everybody hates?
Oh yeah.
I'll run your bath water. I'll run your bath water. And it's I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So like, here's the thing, like if you are in a relationship with somebody and this is somebody you connect with and y'all decide that y'all are going to be a team, this is going to be, your spouse, essentially your bestie, but you're building a family with. It ain't gonna be nobody that can tell me what I should or should not do to that person. And you know what? Other women get mad and they be like, okay, well, when he cheat on you because you're doing too much for him, then that's a dumb dude and he need to go anyway. I feel bad if I did what I was supposed to do. And then that's the fear. They think that if you do too much for a man, he's going to take it for granted and cheat on you. And any man that does that is not a man. In my opinion.
The one that I guess really set me off was when on the View, when Jeannie Ma said she was going to cater to Jeezy, all those other women hit the roof. They told her she shouldn't make it public. That shouldn't right. You shouldn't cater to Jeezy like that. You should make it public. They all jumped on Jeannie Ma.
Yeah, but they not gonna say nothing if she was catering to her first husband. And second of all, with Jeannie Ma's attitude, I don't really know how much catering she finna do. Like, what is her definition of catering? I bet it ain't nothing like what that song was.
She gonna make that nigga Jeezy rice cakes, fresh made rice cake, fresh
wonton
made
soup.
Yeah, wonton soup, fresh made sushi rolls, boba tea, all that shit.
For the record, TV is not by any means racist to Asian people. We want to put that out
right.
there.
Oh yeah, for they cancel our channel.
She gonna make them all the chicken and shrimp fried rice and
what she actually said so fast. What she
and
actually
this
said
right here, this is the problem, Nu. You gonna cheat regardless. See, why are you
come on, Nu?
Not be this person. Okay.
Come on, Nu.
Stop acting like that, Nu. Stop being like this and just sit down somewhere and relax. All right.
Don't cheat, Nu. Just tell them up front. They got to be part of the harem, man. Don't cheat. I'm telling women I'm old. You just got to get with the team. I'm not marrying nobody. Just get on the team. I'm gonna take very good care of you. I ain't cheating though. Shit.
Okay, so if you got several women, are they allowed to have a real boyfriend since you just gonna kind of like,
Oh yeah, some of them can.
Hell no. Hell to
I
no.
can. I can, but third. I think. How old are you, third? If you don't mind me asking.
31.
Oh, see, yeah, I got Ward by 23 years, so we gonna think differently. Ward's at the top of his prime. I'm running down. Ward told me I was dying last week. Me and Ty had 60. Ward told me I was done last week. So
where y'all be at with these beefs and arguments that I be missing? Lord.
So nah, me and third cool. He gonna move differently. Ward's in his prime. I'm old. But
Hey, I can have like a wife and and two other chicks on the side, but hell no, she can't. She can't.
Yes, she can.
Boyfriend on the side.
Yeah, she can. Go with that nigga. Leave me alone. I'm old. I'm taking a nap.
This my response. Can she have somebody on the side of me?
See, that's so wrong, third.
That's my response.
And this is what y'all are missing. When y'all have all these extra women, you don't get that deep connection with the one woman to where she know everything. And know what that is. What is that? What does that mean?
I'm trying to decipher it too.
You got to break that down, New. I don't know
all these new kids slang.
Yeah, you need to put some subtitles on that, homie. Put some subtitles on that. Nah, but Jenny Ma basically said, I work hard. I'm an alpha woman when I get home. I want Jeezy to make the decisions for the house. I want Jeezy to run the house. I'm going to give him my input, but he's going to guide the house and I'm going to follow him. What's the big girl? She damn near with the broke down brass. She almost passed out, man. On that show.
Well, listen. Okay, here's the thing.
I know what that is. The niggas for life. The second NWA album.
Now I get it. Oh man, look.
Which by the way, that was their best album. That I'm not even gonna debate that with nobody. But anyway, yeah.
New. See, you know what? I'm timing you out. All right. So anyway, but look at how she said it though. She was like, I want him to be like she's delegating. It's not that she's gonna respect him and just happen to follow his leadership in the home. She's saying when I'm out in the world, I have to be a boss bee, so I get tired. And so when he needs to do that. Like it's still being like she's telling him what to do. Honestly, that's how I read it.
No, I read it differently. Topaz. I was clapping.
Hey, you know what must be nice with him being with Jenny Ma besides she making him like all the best Asian dishes that there is to eat is he get
he don't want a channel no more. He don't want to be Puerto Rican no more.
He gets a free in-house a nail technician, to take care of his feet and all that stuff, man. Give him a good little feet rub and all of that.
I thought you were gonna say, which for the record, TV's not racist, but she loved him long time. I thought that's what you was gonna say.
That's the cherry on top. Yeah, that she can love him long time. I thought that's what you gonna say.
For the record, TV does not hate on the Asian race or anything like that. Shut off to For the Record TV.
Exactly. Anyway, so the point with all of this, right? You know what, New? I'm putting these up here so that way everybody knows. Okay, I'm helping you get the word out. So, but no, the reason why I say that, Professor Black Ops, is because it still was like she's still making this decision where, I'm gonna, allow him to eat in the house.
For me, that's so rare to hear a woman talk about submitting in public. However,
but that's not submission. If she allowing, it's still not submission.
I'm kind of leaning your way, but I very rarely hear it. So I was taking.
So you can see. Yeah, so y'all are starved for submit to the point where as soon as somebody say it's all right, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna not say nothing. I'm gonna just ignore your ass. Sound like yes.
I'm gonna ride it out to see what it is like in the end. Topaz, I'm just gonna ride it out.
Well, this is my.
Professor Black Ops, you was dealing with them boomer women, so I understand why that. See, generally.
Well, this is my response to all of that. This is my response right here.
You went found it really please by third. No,
that's my response to that.
Topaz, you about to get mad at me? I'm like, Cass, some dating women in their 30s. Long as they're not younger than my son, I'm giving them a try, Topaz. I'm giving them a try.
No, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when you first started dating.
Oh, boom. Yeah.
That's the imprint. That's why you like, man. You
Facts. Facts. That's just and I'm just right out the outside of the boomers, but that shit is crazy.
Right, Kane? Look, she ain't cooking. I bet you she don't cook nothing. They order out or go out to eat.
Oh, Jenny Ma. We talking about Jenny Ma?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Kane. I'm sure they probably got a chef. I would think, because I think Jeezy's worth 30 mil, I think.
Shit, her ass better make me some goddamn egg fondue. Goddamn it.
We're gonna move on from that part of the discussion before Third get our channel flagged.
Facts.
Okay, so now we have 2 additional things that the Black community has been doing in terms of relationships that's just kind of like, yeah. The first one, should women who obviously are suffering with some type of mental illness be allowed to have kids? Now, before we play this clip, I do
raise them.
Now, before we play this clip, I do want to say that is a thing because, they're trying to rewrite laws now to where you can't subjugate the disabled. And so one of the things is, should they be allowed to have kids and get married and have a family? And there's people on one side of it that say no, because not only is somebody already taking care of them, now they're creating additional people who are everybody around you that's taking care of you are going to have to help you raise these kids or maintain this household. And then you possibly might be passing on genetic markers, There's the possibility that it's not 100% genetic. So then therefore the kid may or may not have it. Now you got a able-bodied kid and a disabled parent. And
you can't block that, but go ahead, Topaz.
Well, no, I know. I'm just explaining both sides of the arguments, right? So then there is also saying that what about other types of disabilities? Like if a person has like a broken leg or something, they're still allowed to, have families and have children and raise them or whatever. And that like there's this need to equate mental illness with the other types of illnesses. And I think that for some things that's helpful and that's okay. But for other things, it's not. If you are not able to maintain your own life such that you have now a guardian over you, how can you now start creating additional people that are going to need that same guardian? Now you're making decisions for somebody else's life. So, that's where we're going with this, right? So here's the clip of what this mother did, which is appalling. So there's a trigger warning, okay? Just so y'all know.
I'm in my bedroom here, and we could hear the baby crying, and within seconds we hear a thump. Like a body just hits the ground. I pick up my house phone, dial 911.
Carl Chin describes how he jumped into action in a way that has his neighbors now calling him a hero. He and his family live right behind this scene that NYPD investigators were on all day. Police say that a young mother pushed that air conditioner out of her bedroom window, then threw her 4-week-old baby out and down to the ground, as well as her 2-year-old son. Then the mother jumped herself. All 3 were naked. A warning, what happened next is even more disturbing. Chin's sister-in-law was also an eyewitness.
She picked the baby by the leg and boom, boom.
Boom, boom. She said that was the sound of the baby thrown down to the concrete.
She dropped the baby twice, so before she could do it the 3rd time, I just jumped over and ran to her.
He was the one run like any Superman and jumped the fence.
He jumped this fence in his bare feet, by the way, and is now limping from the 10-foot drop on the other side.
Used my forearm and kind of gotten her to loosen her grip with the baby.
Chin calmed the mother down until paramedics and police came minutes later.
She's clearly not in a right state of mind. She must have had some type of mental breakdown. She actually thanked me once I got the baby in my hand. She thanked me and told me to take care of her daughter.
She's not to be judged because we all go through our depression.
The newborn was transported in bad shape, but alive.
Half of her face was bruised.
The mother and 2-year-old are reported in stable condition. Chin's family and neighbors say it would be worse if not for him.
Just decency. Just doing what any decent person would do.
And just minutes ago, the NYPD identified this young mother. They say her name is Jahani Jarrell. She's 24 years old, charged with 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of assault, and 2 counts of reckless endangerment. Again, at this point, everyone is expected to pull through, even though that infant was in really bad shape. Reporting live from the Brownsville neighborhood of Brooklyn, I'm James Ford, Pix 11 News.
So I'm gonna start as a mother, right? I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was told what the topic of that video was, I did not watch it. That was my first time watching this because I just could not do that and then just go on about my week. That is completely disgusting. Now, when they say mental illness, there's a breakdown and then there's actual chronic mental illness. So a breakdown would be like extreme depression, which does come with psychotic symptoms, right? But that is something that if somebody around her had noticed and helped out or whatever, and I'm not blaming the people around her, I'm saying that it is something that could have been preventable. Something like schizophrenia, where you have these psychotic symptoms, these bizarre delusional thought processes, like maybe the kid is possessed or something like that. I don't know which one she had, but either way, how was she able to have these two kids? That's what I want to know, is how did she get two children and nobody around her noticed anything different? And the only reason why I'm saying that is because that baby's life could have been spared. I know the baby is still alive and everything, but we don't know what damage it's going to have with that type of trauma at 4 weeks. So those children, this is why I say, I know everybody want people to stay out their business, but when you have children, to be honest with you, we do need to know what you're doing with these children, because it does affect all of us. And how about that child is innocent? And if you are going through whatever and you feel like that there's no hope, there is a safe haven law now where you could have turned that baby in and you wouldn't have faced any charges. So therefore, I don't understand how it got to this point. I don't think that they should have no leniency on her, because I'm leaning toward this was a choice. Now, until somebody comes out and says that she had some type of mental illness that would have rendered her where she could not have made a different decision, then in that case, whoever diagnosed her with that knew she was pregnant, and therefore somebody should have been put in place. This is preventable. This was completely preventable, but everybody want to say, oh, well, that ain't my business. I'm done, y'all. Go ahead.
So are you saying she was mentally ill and she knew she was mentally ill, and then she had two more babies?
No, what I'm saying is mental illness don't just start overnight. Okay. So anytime you get a diagnosis like that, or this is something that was noticed, because you don't just be fine and everybody thinks you're such a great mom and all of that. Then all of a sudden one day, bam, now you slamming babies on concrete. No, somebody noticed the deterioration of her attitude and mood and all of that beforehand, but nobody cared enough about those children. If she was a single woman, okay, fine, y'all don't have to care about her. But when she's raising children, if she looking down a little bit too much, now that we know, this ain't the first woman that's harmed her kids. So now I just personally feel like if you see a mother that's kind of going downhill, at least think about the children.
No, facts for me, I'll go third. That was super hard for me to watch. I'm kind of almost speechless. Shout out to the black dude that, went over and grabbed the baby. Like you said, and you brought this up a lot, I think the mental health in the black community is kind of slid underneath the rug, kind of shamed if you even kind of talk about mental health. So that's something as a community we need to work on. It's weird because when I was getting a divorce, we went to couples therapy for a while. So that's kind of, it's just something I think, we need to be more open about and talk to them. Like you said, if we see something, try to help people, get them into the right place so they can get help. That's my 2 cents on it, Topaz.
Yeah.
Because the kids could have been saved is all I'm saying. It's just it didn't happen overnight. And then here's my question. So if she had, this is a 24-year-old with a 2-year-old and a 4-week-old. So she has 2 kids under the age of 3 at 24 years old. See why I told y'all to stop impregnating these young women? They're not ready. They don't have the patience. They don't have the resilience to be able to handle young children like that.
Fact, but that's the check right there. That's the bag, Topaz, for a lot of people in the community.
Facts.
So I'm gonna let Third chime in. He's faxing me. So I don't know, Topaz. I'm with you. That's the new bag. Shit.
Nah, my thing is this. I think going forward, I think mothers need to be evaluated, or just parents, period, need to be evaluated before they have kids to see if they, number one, even mentally fit and stable to raise a kid. Because anybody can have a kid, because anybody can get somebody else pregnant. But it's like, are you, like Topaz said, are you going to be able to deal with the aftermath of actually having to raise a kid, all that entails or whatever, and it's not an easy job. So the thing is, if you already had if your mental was already deteriorating, or you already had inner demons and issues that you hadn't worked out, why bring another life into the world when you're going to have the patience of a saint for a child? You know what I'm saying? Because a child doesn't have any understanding until it gets to a certain age. So it's like, why put them through that? Like, either don't get pregnant, or if you do, my suggestion is, like I said, get evaluated, see if and if you're not, maybe you can give the kid away to a family member, somebody, that you trust and that is good with kids.
Right.
But to me, you raising a kid just to be raising a kid, because it's yours, but you're not mentally, spiritually, and emotionally ready to raise a kid, like, that's the worst thing you could do, because that's how you create a bunch of these other kids out here who, suffer from the same thing, suffer from mental issues, emotional issues, spiritual issues and stuff. And then it's like the cycle just keeps continuing over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You can't have dysfunctional, unhealthy people, raising other unhealthy, dysfunctional people, or creating them, I should say. Like, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, because that's when they start to believe that that's normal. And that's why we got a lot of people that the crazy stuff that they do is normal and appropriate. And so I do want to say this, if it was a man that had done this, I also believe that we should check in on single fathers. If you know a single father that is raising kids and he's young and they're young and he's looking down, or his mood and stuff change, just check in on him too. I don't think, now see, this is for her to get to this point. I do think that she is not talking to her family or the kids' fathers or something, because if anybody had noticed this, I would want to see how this story develops. Because if she's still in contact with her family, if the fathers of the children are still there, you mean to tell me none of them saw this coming? And at this point, I'm strictly thinking about the kids. So no, I do think that she needs to be held accountable. If she has a diagnosis and she decided to stop taking her meds, she needs to be held accountable. And also, where are the practitioners who are supposed to say, look, no, you have a condition where, like, do y'all know that you can be court ordered to take medication depending on what the diagnosis is?
I don't think I knew that. I got a killer lawyer though. That's all I'm saying. I got legal staff on my team. So.
Right. So, well, I mean, depending on what the diagnosis is and what response, like if you have young children and all of that, and you have a diagnosis that puts them at risk, you can be court ordered to take medication if you're a danger to yourself or other people.
No, that's true. Topaz, can you look at Dark Platinum Mouth?
You know what? I've been ignoring his comments because, see, this is a serious subject, and I'm not about to play with Dark Platinum Mouth.
He got me distracted.
Yeah, man. No, I stopped looking at his comments because I needed to be able to formulate a real thought, so I couldn't. But no, I mean, that's the key though, is like when you have young people raising kids, I know it's easy for us to say, well, that's their problem.
No,
we didn't do it, I don't have to take on this burden, this responsibility. I get all of that, but the children are innocent. Okay.
No, facts.
You don't have to do nothing to help the adult if you don't want to, but the kids are, in charge of our laws and our society when we get too old to do it. So you want to show them some kindness.
So, Topaz, I got a question. You led up into there. So is your statement saying that if you have mental problems, you shouldn't be able to have a baby?
Okay, so...
Or did I jump? If I jumped ahead, we can rewind. I'm just making sure.
No. We were talking about that.
Yeah,
we were talking about that at the beginning of the video.
Yeah, right.
And so as a healthcare professional, I cannot tell people that they cannot have children, but I do not think that in my personal life, I do not think that it is appropriate or helpful to their situation. So I would not recommend it, but I can't talk anybody out of it. I do feel like if you're going to do that and you do have mental illness, that you need to make sure that you have a strong, intact, willing, and available to you support system to help so that things like this do not happen. I am in no way generalizing this scenario to every person with a mental illness, but what I am saying is that it is possible and it has happened before, and that now that we know, like that's what I was going to say earlier. This isn't the first woman that has harmed her children, right? So we know it's a thing. We know it's a possibility. This caught nobody off guard. Andrea Yates, right? So we know that this is a thing that occurs. So therefore, we should make an effort to check in on people and also promote them getting a support system in place. If you're not talking to your family, you could have services where they have case management and they have people specifically to help you out with stuff like that. There's respite care, but see, that will require you actually having a real diagnosis,
right,
and being compliant with doctor recommendations to remain in the program to get it. So a lot of people don't want to do the recommendations. They don't want to take the medicine. They don't want to show up to the sessions. They don't want to, have the accommodations. They don't want to put up with all of that. So then they don't get any help to be able to overcome stuff like this.
So my question to you is, if the person's diagnosis, and I know you got markers, you can do brain scans. So if some of that comes up as that, you stating that if you could, you would not let them to have kids?
No, I'm not stating that I wouldn't let them have kids. I'm saying that they're going to need a lot of help to do so. And I would end it because this is another thing. So there are a lot of parents who want for, like, let's say they have a child that has Down syndrome, or that's a physical one. And then what if they have a child that has schizophrenia, right? Or bipolar? Parents want the right to be able to put their kids on birth control or get them like vasectomies or tubal ligations and stuff. And so there's a lot of contention about whether or not that's humane to do to them. And I feel like, okay, well, if you have a person that would you really want to bring a child into the world in that kind of situation? Because things like this, if you're not going to be there for that parent, then you don't get to say that they need to have a kid. They have enough time managing their own well-being, and they need help to do that. So why do you think it's a good idea for them to bring somebody else that they would be responsible for if you're not going to be there to take on that responsibility as well?
So what I'm about to say is no recommendation for the record TV. For the record of TV, I'm David Carroll. We need to do something crazy. I think we need to start giving young girls, make them get on birth control, and we need to find a do something because we have too many kids. We ain't supporting them. The community type is fucked up. We need to go with what was that term we use? Where you kind of plan your future. That's what we need to do. The Black community need to do something radical.
I can tell you right now.
I'm talking for myself and not for the record TV. Shout out to.
Okay, so now here's the thing, right? So we're talking about teenagers. Teenagers are impulsive, right? So what I think that a more positive, preemptive thing needs to happen, like giving them something to look forward to if they don't have children or if they're not out here being promiscuous. Because like what we tell them is don't do it. Okay, well then that makes them sneak. You could give them condoms and everything, but then they're still having sex. They're still catching feelings. They're still arguing and fighting about it. They're still not doing the thing that would help give them a positive future. So I think that that's what we do. We don't give our kids a reason to avoid early parenting. We don't. Like overall as a whole, there are families who preach that to their kids, who talk to their kids about what their future is going to look like, the benefits of waiting until you find a willing partner, that's going to help you raise the kid, i.e. marriage. There are a few families that do that, but overall as a whole, Black culture doesn't see anything wrong with teen parenting. Like, let's just, nobody's talking about it. They just tell their kids, don't do it or I'm going to kick you out, like in fear. So then the kids sneak. Because for every kid that does get pregnant, there's 7 or 8 of them that was doing it that didn't. And they roll a dice and hope that they're going to be the kid that doesn't get pregnant until the one does. Or several. You know, it's just not a good setup. So I think getting them involved, we tell our kids what not to do, but then that leaves a whole lot of stuff that they can do. We need to tell them what they should be doing. And that way they won't have time to do all that kind of stuff. But now she's 24, so that means she was an adult when she had both of these children. It's just they're young and they're close together. And for her breaking point to be this short, for her to have this short of a fuse, that's not something that just came out. People around her knew that already, which is probably, maybe she doesn't have the other people in her life because they had, you know, cut her off a long time ago. But then who were the dudes that were talking to her that, you know, who was the second dude? After, or if they have the same dad, he went back a second time. That's what I want to know. And not to blame him, but for him to get his kids, because she obviously can't do it.
Oh, but you know, 18% of the dudes is killing the community because them dudes got multiple kids. I mean, if you look at the blackdemographics.org, 18% of the dudes are getting 67% of the women pregnant. Shit.
Yeah, see, and that's crazy. Like, you know, they're able to do that because they don't have to have any responsibility for the first one.
That's because you picking them select niggas. Topaz, they 6'4", looking like Shamar Moore, all sexy. You ain't requiring nothing for them niggas.
Ain't nothing in ancient ass dudes with multiple baby mamas. I know
You picking them niggas. Y'all picking them niggas.
No, what it is,
looking like
what it is those women in those communities that's having, you know, multiple babies from, you know, the same small group of, you know, baby daddies is, you know, they understand the concept and they've bought into the concept of sharing is caring. So they sharing the next, you know, female baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sharing is caring.
Well, and you know what, third, like, okay, so you're not totally wrong, because here's the thing. So the women I knew that was involved in all of that kind of stuff, like, they knew what it was, and they just, like, they already knew they was going to be raising that baby on their own. They bitch and moan for, like, sympathy when they need something or whatever, but for the most part, they not breaking like this. They may cuss their kids out or hit their kids, but they not slamming them in the concrete. They pretty much already knew what they signed up for. And they'll still whine and get on your nerves about it, but they not doing this.
Like I said, sharing is caring. So
whatever. I'm not promoting that neither.
Nah, but on some serious stuff though, I just think that like I said, anybody can have a baby, but you know, are you in your right mental health and frame and emotionally and spiritual frame to raise a kid? And if you're not, as a mother and as a father, you know, give your kid up to somebody that you know that you know, like for instance, I remember you know, old tradition used to be, you know, if a young girl had a kid at a young age and, you know, she wasn't ready or she wasn't fully mature to, you know, they would, you know, give the kid up to, you know, like one of the elders, you know what I'm saying? You know, one of the grandparents or somebody who, you know, that was like stable mentally and, you know, stable in other areas as well. And that was like the rock of the family. And they would raise that kid up and that kid would probably be better off being raised by them than they would, you know, a young mother, you know what I'm saying? Because she's still learning on the fly what it is to be an adult and what it is to live on her own, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why can't we go back to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seemed to me like kids is raising kids and dysfunctional people is having kids and creating more dysfunctional people, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what it seemed like to me.
Well, I got an answer for that. And the reason is because we got a lot of young grandmas who
Facts. I was about to say that.
They still living their best life. They didn't stop their life to raise their kid.
Right.
Shout out to the Gills.
Like, oh, well, I'm not gonna raise my grandkids. And then let me also say this. I will be remiss if I didn't mention the following as well. The baby is 4 weeks old. She could, in fact, be suffering with postpartum, not just depression, but there is a thing called postpartum psychosis. But see, if you have a baby, I think the baby goes back for a checkup at 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's been so long, I don't remember. So, you know, one of the things that is in the checkup when you go with your child after you just had a newborn is for them to do a mental status exam to check for that. So did she go to that follow-up appointment? And if she didn't, don't they normally call CPS and be like, hey, where's this baby? She did not bring this child back in for the checkup. So I'm sorry. I do think that there were lots of checks and balances in the system to where this could have been caught. Now, if she was actively avoiding being detected and then led to this, yeah, they need to fry her ass.
No, that's facts. Topaz, highlight Kane to God. He's talking about MTV Top Show at 16 and pregnant. So we promoting that shit.
See, because they had that one token black teenager that's pregnant on the show every season.
Right. I'm just talking about you, right?
6
Facts.
and 7, 8 white
Facts.
ones. So
Facts. No, you right. Facts.
It ain't us.
I got a question for both of y'all though, for you and Third. So if we cut the system, because if you a single mom, you get WIC, Section 8, you get all that shit. If you're a black dude, you just die. So should we cut some of that system out and make it hurt?
Okay, hold on. Because if you are a black single father and you show up and get the assistance, you are entitled to it as well.
I ain't never seen one, Topaz. I need to see pictures, Topaz. I think you trying to trick me.
Now here's the
I ain't
thing.
never seen it.
Okay, so I have to do case management sometimes, and yes, you are entitled to those same benefits if you have custody. The issue is the single fathers usually don't have custody by 4 weeks like that if the mom is cheating. And then two, a lot of men don't want to show up to get those benefits. They rather do it on their own. They don't want to be caught dead. Stamps, but they are entitled to them.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You have the custody. I've seen and referred single fathers that I work with to, because I worked in the school system. So if there was a kid and they lived with their dad and the dad was a single father, or even if he wasn't a single father and he just made under the amount that he needed to, and the mom was there but wasn't working, I referred families. So yeah, it's about how much money you bring in according to how many people are in the home. It's not based only on gender. It's just men have a sense of pride and don't want to ask for handouts.
Fact. Should we cut the system though, because it's promoting this?
No, because the kids suffer if you cut the system. What should happen is the parents should be required to do something to put into that system. They should be having some responsibility, which they do have, but people find ways around it. So it's not like it used to be for women who are on assistance. They have to do, like, if they don't have a job, they have to do 30 hours a week of job searching activity. And you only get a exemption for that if your kid is under 10 years old, or if you're raising somebody that has special needs or something. If your child is healthy and in school, not only do you get free daycare during the summer for you to keep said job, you have to now go out and do 40 hours of stuff like updating your resume. And if you have applied for all the job searches there, then you have to come into their office and do like job interview classes. You don't get to just sit at home like that anymore. And then they cut it off at 3 kids. So, you have a 4th kid. Now that one's on you.
So you get it up to 3 kids, Topaz.
Yeah. Like they changed, and then even for that, like, let's say you can only, let's say you're working but you're not making enough money, you only get like 5 years, but to be able to get on that stuff, and then that's like total. So you can do a year here, then work, and then quit and do another year and that kind of stuff, but you only get 5 years. You don't get to stay on it forever anymore.
Okay, because in the old days, you used to stay on that shit forever, and like I was talking about, then you got this systematic poverty or prolonged poverty because people be on that shit for generations.
Exactly, but they changed. No, it's not like that anymore. So it's not all that it's cracked up to be. It ain't just a free ride party anymore. I will say that. But with any system, people are going to find a way around it. So now what are they doing? I feel like if you doing all of that work to stay on the system, you might as well get a damn job.
Facts. Ain't no work out there though. Well, I'll take that back. Unemployment's so high, a lot of people are not working till unemployment dries up. So
yeah, some people have decided that they're gonna stay on unemployment because they make it more on unemployment than they were at the job.
Which is kind of that's kind of weird. I think we should pay people a living wage. So that's kind of the debate. What is that living wage? Is it $10 or $15 an hour? I don't think $15 an hour is a crazy amount of money.
No, it's not. But see, what happens is when you own a big company and you're a CEO, that eats into your pocket. So then you raise the prices, and then the community gets mad and says, don't raise our prices. And so then you say, oh, well, we can't afford that. So then we won't offer you benefits, or we're only hiring part-time people. They do all of that work just so that they don't have to pay people and they can keep lining their own pockets. It's greed. That's why it's greed.
I agree, but we got to push back at society because Jeff Bezos about to be the first trillionaire, but half of his workers be damn near on food stamps and shit.
Right. Stuff like that. Third, I know you ain't spoken in a while. Now, what's going on in your mind about this?
I mean, I agree with everything that y'all said. I mean, I feel like, and the fact I didn't know that there's like a cutoff limit of kids to where, like you said, like after the third baby, it's like on the mother. I didn't know that. That's news to me. So that's interesting to know. And also, I agree with you that the parents should be putting into the whole system thing, somehow, some kind of way. So I agree with you on that. And then, like to what Professor Black Ops just said, like my thing is like, bruh, like I wonder what it must feel like to have that much money. Like you said, Jeff Bezos finna be a trillionaire. Like first of all, where the hell do you even keep all that money at? Like what the hell do you do with all that money, bro? Like,
well, he gave $400 million to his wife in his divorce, but he's still okay. Keep going, third.
Like my thing is, where do you keep all that money at, bro? Like, and if you you got money, like you said, where you can just give away $400 million and that shit don't even really affect you like that. Matter of fact, didn't he make that money back like within like a year or two?
Yeah, he did, because their stock is off crazy.
Yeah. Now, question: did he give her $400 million cash, or did he give it to her in stock? I thought he gave it to her in stock.
No, they did it because she was smart. Because I read a little bit about it. If she gave him pure stock, that would have took his major stock down. He wouldn't have been able to run a company because it votes on your stock. So she took part of it now. Then she's gonna get part of it at a later date because they still a family, right? So she's still getting that money. So she wanted to then throw the stock count. She didn't want to throw that off. So it was some kind of complex thing they came up with, not to throw his voting shares off, because she's still gonna be getting some of that bag at the later date.
See, like that's just so much money that I could do so much good with. I just need $400 million real quick.
You're gonna blow it all on Birkin bags, and so
First of all, you can't even buy enough Birkin bags with $400 million. And second of all, that's dumb as hell. You know what I would try my hand at designing what would become the new Birkin bag, and then charge $50,000 for that. And just
we're gonna get the topaz bag. We're gonna get the topaz
exactly.
bag.
Like I'm not gonna pay them niggas $50,000 for a purse when I can get people to buy my purse for $50,000. Why would I do that? That just don't make no sense.
The crazy part is Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have so much money. They both got rocket ship companies that are gonna take commercial people in space in the next 4 years. So that's what they spending their damn money on, man.
So yeah, when you got money, you just start doing that. Look, what space is not bothering us. Do we really need to go out into space? Leave stuff alone. Y'all, what y'all gonna be going out there and bringing back in here? No, just sit down somewhere.
Yeah, I'm like y'all said, Topaz. Did we see what's gonna happen in the movie when we get the virus that's gonna come down?
Yeah, like we can't even imagine a screenplay where we don't get messed up by going out into space. If we can't even think of it, we can't even fathom it.
All I know is if the women on Mars can cook clean and they wop just as good as a wop down here, and they thick as fuck, I'm taking a spaceship to Mars. I'm saying fuck you niggas. And
you know what? Mars. How about them Martian women gonna have some wop that y'all ain't never experienced, and they gonna have your ass in the kitchen cooking and cleaning, and you ain't gonna know why.
That'll work too, if it's that good. I'm like, yeah. Fried it up so bad.
Y'all better leave them Martian women alone. And then how y'all know the Martian men gonna be cool with this?
Me and Professor Black,
like,
Professor Black Ops,
how y'all feel?
Me and Professor Black Ops gonna be on the first rocket ship, smoking to Mars to go after that alien wop.
But y'all don't know the attitude of Martian men. What if they be like, "Oh, word, that's how y'all feel for real"? All right, well then now it's a war. See now, and then now another war started behind WAP. Why can't leave women alone?
So, Paz, I'm an educated lame. I've been through the war in the community for years. Bucket, another one ain't gonna hurt you.
see, this how it started. Why can't people never just be satisfied?
Yeah, but hold on real quick. Think about that. Jeff Bezos really have the opportunity, and I think he will over the next 5 years. He's gonna be a trillionaire, and there's people fucking starving on the planet, but this dude gonna be worth $1 trillion.
Hey, all I know is that alien wop hit different in space, though.
See, and this is why we can't have nice things as a people, because now, like, I wonder what that wop be like. Y'all can't just.
What I want to know is,
and y'all don't know about it. And
what I want to know, what I want to know is up in Mars and in the outer the outer galaxy, do they have like an intergalactic, court system for child support? Like if you have a kid with one of them alien women, you know,
No,
do
what
that
you
like
need to be
like
worried
child
about
support.
is what a half Earth and half Martian baby gonna be like. Because I'm sure that earthly condoms ain't gonna work. So then you get this chick pregnant, and now you got a half Martian baby that you like tell him to go sit down somewhere.
Sir.
They backhand you in the next week, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
Third,
Y'all
it's
really?
like it's like Vietnam, man. You go over and have kids in Vietnam, just come back to the United States, man. Ain't nothing gonna happen.
Hey, ain't no child support on Mars, dog.
You don't know, they might have something worse than child support on Mars. See, this is the point. It could be better, but it also could be worse. You don't know which.
Topaz, it can't be any worse than this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
The community
You know,
tags.
in every movie when you hear, well, it can't get any worse, and then it gets worse.
Facts. Facts.
All right. See y'all. Hey, Lara, y'all just can't leave well enough. You know what? Y'all done with this? We're gonna move on to the next one because I don't want to talk about Martian WAP anymore.
The last thing I'm gonna say on this is, hey man, the final touch for them to get me to go to Mars, bro, and sell me on the Martian women is, hey man, if them Martian women know how to twerk, bro, hey bro, you got me, bro. That's all.
Okay, wait.
Here,
So
bro.
what if they do have a big booty and everything, but it come with 3 cheeks? Is y'all still going?
Are you serious, nigga? That's an extra trick for me to grip on and play with.
No,
Oh
that's
hell yeah, I'm
serious. See,
going.
this is the problem.
I'm
This
going.
is the problem with y'all right now.
I'm going.
This is why.
I'm going. That's an extra cheek for me to
But
grab
you
and
don't
squeeze
even
and
got
smack.
3 hands.
Third
Hey,
Lord
man.
gonna be the Captain Kirk of the community. He used to
Hey,
always get the
facts.
green bags on Star Trek.
Hey, facts.
See?
hey, facts, man. Extra cheek, hey, man. That's just extra fun for me to play with, you know.
You know, see, the community is done. You know what I'm saying? This right here, this is
Facts.
Look at this. I'm going for all the cheeks. See, why y'all? Wait a minute. Look, Kane said Marsha WAP, so her ass on her chest, WAP on her forehead. Yeah, see, y'all don't know what's gonna be out there. Y'all just going.
We gonna work with it, man. We gonna work with it. Dark Mouth 4 was kind of getting a little crazy in the chat anyway. Let's go for it. Hell.
Wait, what? Oh Lord, what did he say?
I ain't gonna touch it, Topaz. I think you just need to go to the next topic.
Yeah, because I can't find it, and I'm sure if it came from Darth, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, let's go to our this is our last topic, right? The last and final
Yeah.
topic, right? Okay.
Yeah,
let's
this is
go
the
to it.
last one.
So
Okay, go
I
ahead,
got it.
Third. I'm gonna let you introduce this one because this made me want to throw up. I'm just gonna take.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So everybody knows, you know, particularly, you know, I'm just since we talk on black people here, you know, black people, you know, we have a really, really close bond, relationship, and connection, you know, with our family members, right? And you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool, you know, whether it's, you know, our mothers or fathers, you know, our uncle, whoever, you know, we be real close. Sometimes, you know, we so close to our family members that, you know, we kind of chop it up and kick it with them like on some friend type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got a close connection. But the question that I have is, should there be a limit or should there be boundaries to how close a person can be to, you know, one of their family members, whether it's their parent or, you know, relative? Should there be boundaries and limits to, you know, how close you are with your family member? And to prove that point, Topaz roll a clip to kind of further prove our point.
And I just want to say that I'm sorry that I have to play this on our channel. Here it goes. Alabama. Just remember that. This is Alabama.
Mom, are you coming? I'm coming. I'm about to get my stuff. I'm Carla. I'm 44, and this is my daughter.
I'm Rakia. I'm 26 years old, and we live in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Look it up. Feels so good. Do you have a lotion?
I don't have any lotion. Bring some with you. My mother is the most important person in the world to me. I can lean on her. I can depend on her for anything, and I appreciate that. Like, I really, really do. Don't cry.
Thank you.
No.
So she was 18 when she had this baby.
We do everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Watch a movie together, cook together.
Twerk.
Go crazy. Show up. She's the first person I see when I wake up and the person I see when I lay down.
I couldn't imagine my life without my mom.
Oh, wait, y'all. It gets better.
would ruin
It gets
me.
better.
I wouldn't know what to do, how to function. I would lose a part of myself.
Jacksonville,
I don't even want to
Alabama.
imagine that.
I've had people say that we're too close, point blank, and I was like, what?
I don't see why they feel like our relationship is like so bizarre or weird. Okay, you got to spread it open a little bit. Yeah. This side is going down, but I can't tell.
See,
I probably should have.
this is where it went downhill for me. I don't ever want to see my mother's walk. I don't. That's not a desire I have.
Oh my God. This time, let me know when you're about to rip it.
Okay, count.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that was a good one.
Hurt. Goodness gracious.
Those are some coarse ones.
Gee. It shocks people if we share the things that we do. I showed her my first sex tape about 2 years ago.
I showed her my first sex tape maybe a year ago. I was like, hey, I want to spice things up. I bought this outfit, you know. What kind of positions do you think I should do, or what do you think we should do? And she was just like, oh, girl, prop your leg up in this angle.
I would.
Maybe your back should have been a little bit more arched in this position.
Have your significant others known that you showed the video to your mom?
Yes, I had one significant other in the past that knew
Hey,
that I shared the
Commandante.
video with my mom. And he was like, you guys are sick.
Shout out to the freaky mother and daughter relationship.
Oh.
Shout out to the dude that told her ass the truth.
It's smooth.
Hey, the mama kind of thick as fuck though. I ain't gonna lie, she thick as hell.
Thank you. I'm proud that I created her. I mean, that's just what
All
it
right,
comes
so
down to.
we're gonna hear
It
from
makes me
Third
feel
after this
wonderful to
video
love
over
on
because
her.
see,
She's
not about
here,
to play
I'm
with
here.
him.
You have to live every day like it's your last, and that's what I'm gonna do with my daughter.
Oh, Snuggles, you know he was her daughter's age, right? Laura Reese, you ain't even gotta play no cards. Like, they just walking up to the table and spreading it open. Like, that shit is gross.
Facts, Laura Reese, you know, with them, you get the 2-for-1. You get the fine milf-ass mama, and you get the young tender daughter. You know what I'm saying?
See, this is the problem right here. Now, why can't black men just, look at this? Shout out to the dude that was like, y'all sick and I don't want nothing to do with this. Like, first of all, I don't want to see my mother doing any of that. I don't even want, like, personally, in my opinion, I was a miracle birth. Okay. I don't want to see that. I don't want to have no memories of that at all. And I don't want her knowing nothing about mine either.
So to you, Topaz, and the women in the chat. So basically, y'all be going around and, mother and daughter relationship, y'all be, waxing each other's wop and stuff. That's what y'all do.
Bullshit. No.
That's what y'all do.
Absolutely not. I would never do no shit like that to my kid, and I would never engage in no shit like that with my mother either. And so, see, this is the problem. When she get on TLC and do stuff like this, then that's why we can't tell y'all niggas that if we have a sleepover that ain't nobody having no lingerie pillow fights. This is why y'all don't believe us. Is because shit like that. She getting up here telling everybody, and then she don't understand what's so wrong. Because boundaries. Okay, how about
wait? So y'all ain't never shaved or trimmed off, y'all mother's muffin tops. Y'all ain't never done that.
No, what the fuck? No, she better take her ass to the fucking spa and let them deal with that. Do I look? No, hell no.
Yeah, that's really super dysfunctional. But shout out to NU. He's talking about like Third said he trying to get the Mage Trois going on in that mug.
See, and that's gross as hell. That is disgusting. And wait a minute, Laro, when did I say I was blaming black men? I said shout out to the black man that told them the truth, that was disgusting. So I didn't blame y'all. This is all the mother. That's all her. And she thinks, you know why? So she was 18 when she had that baby. And she raised this child to be her bestie. Because you can do that shit if you want to, I guess. I mean, no better. They would get cut smooth fuck out asking me to wax them. But, we just ain't that close. I'm sorry. I'm never going to be that close with y'all. So get over it. So she could do that with a friend. But why are you making your child do this? See, like that is probably why she don't got no friends. It's like, because you know how many black women probably done cussed her ass out and be like, nah, we can't hang out because something's wrong with you.
That's crazy. So is that on your bucket list, Third?
You know what? If the mother and the daughter look like that, it just might be, bro. It just might be. You know what I'm saying? But on some real shit though, I'll say this. Like watching that shit there, I was like, so you just gonna rub lotion on your mama ass like you were just doing that shit, like you was enjoying that shit, like you and like the way she was looking at it, like I'm like that's like some shit I would do to a female, if I'm, we in that kind of intimate kind of setting and mode. I'm like, something about this just don't seem right to me. And then it's almost like they was like so comfortable. You could tell this ain't the first time they done that shit with each other. And then the whole, waxing each other. I'm like, don't they have, places that women can go to that can, they can get waxing services and all of that type of stuff. Like,
wow.
Yep.
Like, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? And then the whole, we share each other's sex tapes with each. So why would you want to see your mama getting slaughtered out? Like, that turns you on, seeing your mama getting piped down and seeing your daughter getting piped down. Like, that's what's up. That's what's hot in the streets now.
Yeah, I had a whole problem with that. And then so Archer really, so you was in the clouds and you had to beam down to say this. That is her goofy ass, and everybody over here is denouncing that. Okay, like that. Whoever the dude is, whoever the father is, like he could have took that baby with him. Like so. Unless you're gonna end that statement with and take your baby with you, then just stop it, Archer. Stop coming here acting like that.
Shout out to NU. He's doing big things in the chat. Shout out to NU.
Yeah.
Things happening.
Shit, the way I'm gonna be real, the way
freak.
The type of relationship that they got and the way they like all extra close on some weird shit, I wouldn't be surprised if they be swapping out they niggas with each other. Like, oh, okay, like from them watching each other sex, they like, okay, well, why don't we swap on? Why don't you let me, mama get, some of what you got over there, and I'll give you some of what I got over here, and we can compare notes and all that little bullshit. That's type of vibe they give me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is weird.
I'm great throughout this alternative. I'm hopefully correct. I hope they just bullshitting to get some money off of TLC. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they just trying to get some TV money. I'm hoping.
No, Professor, because all money ain't good money. I still would not want no tape or no shit like that with me and my child, and we have to do that for money. Get a damn job. Some shit you just ain't gonna be able to have a Benz or whatever. Like just all money is not you can't
Topaz,
do
we're in the middle of a pandemic, Topaz. We're in the middle of a pandemic. That's all I'm saying. We're in the middle
so everybody else broke too. And you think that this the move what you doing?
I'm with you, but it's a move. That's all I'm saying. It's a move.
So to all the women out there, if you want to spice things up between you and your nigga, just introduce your mama into the equation, and hey, man, that'll keep your relationship, rocking and rolling for a very long time and keep your man satisfied.
I just really have to let you know that this is like the most fucked up anybody has ever had me. I wish I motherfucking would. That ain't no good advice. Who gonna do that? Who's gonna do this?
Topaz, I got one complaint.
What?
We can't be having to kill the baby dying and the mama twerk team on the same segment. We need to break that.
You see why I titled it? Like, why can't we just do better stuff? What is this? And now Archer, okay, so if the woman is doing stuff like this, yes, that is, yeah, you do get to have your baby. And then what you mean you can't take, but how's she gonna stop you? What, call the government? And then when you show them this kind of shit, yeah. So if you're gonna use this as a way to stick it to black women, at least use it for the right reason and get your kid.
Facts. That's rare though. That's super rare for the dude to get the kid.
Oh, and here's another thing, Archer. Okay, so here's the thing. We all know ideally it should be both parents, which is why technically you should have a kid with somebody that you actually see a future with. In worst case scenario, things don't work out, y'all can at least be cordial co-parents at the minimum. Okay, it should not have to be like that. So no, ideal world, we would not have any single parents. So I mean, yeah, that's exactly what my point is.
Hey, shout out to New. Hey, facts, bro. I'm with you on it all day, man. Keep it all in the family, man. You know what I'm saying? That's love right there. That's love.
Man, look, see, with all the women on this planet, y'all got to get some out the same family. Why do y'all do that? Like black families already have enough problems at family gatherings with secrets and all of that. And then stuff like this makes people pull out knives. Have y'all seen Soul Food?
I have. It's been a while.
Okay, and I was sisters. So why do y'all keep doing that?
I don't know, but I know one thing: them women definitely understand the concept of sharing is caring. So, hey,
That shit is gross. You ain't supposed to share everything. Like, just okay, sharing is caring, but there are limits. Like, you can't ask to borrow my underwear. You can't ask to like have a bite of my food. You know, none of that. We're not doing none of those things. That shit is gross, and it made me want to throw up thinking about it. Honestly.
Yeah, when
so
you
just
get
imagine if one of the women in your family was like, "Tope, let me just borrow your nigga for the night, please. Come on, I
I would
promise I get him
stomp her
back.
ears
I
together.
promise,
She
I
had me
promise I
so
get him
fucked
back,
up.
girl. I promise I get him back. I just want him for the night. You had it. You got the nigga all the time. I just want one night with him. Come on, one night ain't gonna kill you, girl.
Now, see, I would stomp her ears together because no. How about no? I'm just not gonna do it. And yeah, Archer, okay, so that's what I'm saying. Is the point is have for everybody, have kids with somebody that you can at the very minimum co-parent with so this kind of shit don't happen because I find it hard to believe that if there was a man in this equation that he would be letting this shit go down. You know, if it was the dad, okay.
Yeah, that's still crazy. I mean, I might have to go look at a couple episodes though, Topaz, so I can figure it out.
You know, see, whatever. You know what? It's only one episode though. It was like that was one show, Professor. They like you got to find the whole clip. I can only imagine what it was doing in that in that show. Hold on, y'all. No, go ahead.
You know, I'm trying to add that to my sister wives viewing, man. I'm trying to, get the little harem going before I died. Third got me dying in 7 years, so I need to start making some moves here. I ain't got much time.
Oh man, Snuggles, I'm logical a whole lot of the times. All right, I be playing around too.
Hey, Snuggles, just so you know, when they're gonna be sharing me, the mother and the daughter that's on the screen, while we gonna be sharing each other, all three of us, we gonna be using that nice warm blanket that you like to rub up on in your avatar photo. So yeah.
See, oh hell no. And then Archer, yes, I know, I get that. And so in that case, right, then his family should step in and be like, you got my son fucked up. He may not be here, but he still would not go for this shit. And somebody still need to be making this chick ears ring, is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So that shit is crazy.
Like you said, all the grandma's 35 now, though. You don't get that guidance like we used to. Shit.
That shit is gross. Get the hell out. I'm trying to figure out how did she even come up with this idea though? Like I've never had the desire to do none of that shit with my friends either. Like I don't want another woman doing all of that. I just really don't.
Topaz, you never know. Why don't you just give it a try? It may not be that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like just give it a try. One time ain't gonna kill you, is it?
Oh, well, since you put it that way, hell no. I'm not doing it unless I'm in a sterile environment at a spa with sterile equipment, right? I am not, nobody's touching nothing. Move. Okay? Just move over there.
Yeah, that was a little different. That was a little different. But this new generation, Topaz, they on some new shit, man. So I don't know what's going on. The Z's, they crazy, so.
But they not Generation Z. The mom probably like. Yeah,
no,
you think that mama was?
Is Gen X.
Yeah, the mama Gen X, and you think the daughter was the same age as you, Topaz, or in the same ballpark as you, or maybe younger?
She's 26 and I'm 26. So we are millennials.
Oh, they're millennials, okay.
I see what you just did there. You try to be slick. I see what you did there.
And I'm not sorry.
Oh, I just caught that too. Third, I was a little slow.
Hey man, look, that's why niggas don't need to know how to count. Okay, don't worry about it. The point is, we as millennials, all right.
So
yeah, well, you know what?
Everybody put the calculators away.
You know what? We'll let you get by with that one today.
Thank you. That's all I asked. That's all I asked.
But yeah, this y'all type of shit. Topaz is your generation. I came up with this type of weird shit. Y'all started this shit. Mm-hmm.
See, well, you know what? I don't know what they came up with because, see, I was in the house doing my homework and praying, so I wasn't out there at all the parties and stuff. So they could have been doing anything. Who knows? I know. I personally, even if I had went, they would have kicked my ass out because I wouldn't have been doing none of that.
I ain't got nothing else to say on that, Topaz. I'm done. I'm leaving that one alone.
Hold on, real quick.
But see, that's the men. Y'all wanna, y'all like that kind of thing. This to y'all. So this is what it's like, right? So when y'all get these real sisters who you can get these 3-ways with, when you get a chance to knock down a mom and a daughter, this is what it looks like behind the scene. So now y'all like, oh, it's I can't believe she would do that with her daughter. But this is what it takes for y'all to have all of these wild ass stories.
I'm scratching it off of my bucket list. Once the deed is done, I'm scratching that off my bucket list. Check.
Wait a minute. No. So wait a minute. No, I thought you meant that you was no longer gonna put it on the bucket list. No. See, the fact that y'all are like, there's a market for this kind of shit is why that happened.
Facts. I guess for me, like I said, I got 20 years on third. I ain't got that motherfucking much energy anymore, Topaz. So I'm gonna leave that to third to handle. I'm too old and shit.
Well, see, I would leave that to no one, and I really feel like that shit should be illegal. The only thing is that the daughter is grown, but like Laro said earlier, I'm sure she was already doing this kind of shit with her kid before her kid was 18.
Dude, you ain't shit, dude. You ain't shit.
Shut up, dude. That is not what happened. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, you ain't shit. Hey, I'm gonna say that I feel where you coming from, Professor Black Ops. I hear you loud and clear. Basically, this is your position on this whole topic, right here. This is your position on it.
Oh Lord, you should never get third Spotify.
Get to the chopper!
That's Professor Black Ops' position on this topic.
The only thing I might piss Topaz at is I'm not picking the mama, I'm picking the daughter. That's all I'm saying. If I'm picking one, I'm picking the daughter.
That baby is half your age, Professor Black Ops. What are you gonna talk to her about?
I ain't talking, Topaz. I got about a good 30 minutes in me. I'm just trying to do all I can work. I ain't got much left.
So you gonna spend that last 30 minutes.
Like I said, Thurber got me dying in 7 years, so I'm gonna leave all the energy up to the young cats. Topaz, I'm a focus. I'm a focus real hard.
I say why choose one when you could choose and have both. My philosophy on this topic is, the entree ain't good without something on the side. So hey, why not choose both?
Okay. So this would be like you having lamb chops with a side of lamb. Like that's not even a balanced meal.
Lamb chops with a side of pork chops.
Yeah, see, no, it's still lamb because it's the same bloodline. So you could get somebody that ain't in her family. This is so much no. It's so much no happening on this panel here today, and I'm not understanding why.
Or a steak, or a steak with a side of ribs.
No, I got the perfect analogy. That's a cow with the veal. The veal is the baby cow, and then the pork chop will be the big cow.
Yeah, the big cow gonna get you nice and full, but the young cow, that's like the nice tender, juicy. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hold on! Shout out to Darth Low IQ for the Cash App. We really appreciate it, and I need something to distract me from this horrifying topic.
Hey, yeah, the mama pork chops, because that thing was show poking out, man. So. That's pork chops, She got that pork chop bottom.
Facts.
Ew.
Pork chop wop, you know what I'm saying?
We went from Marshall wop to pork chop wop.
Hell no. Like, just no. I'm finna mute both of y'all.
Shout out to the young guys still putting in work. Shout out to the chat in the panel.
Hold on, Darth. No, see how you hear what you want to hear. I'm talking about if y'all just have to have more than one chick, why do they have to be related? That's gross.
Get out of there, Darth Low. Get to the chop on that one.
Yeah, Darth Low.
So Mr. Claus, this channel is about different small talk topics, black culture, just kind of whatever has been happening and trending lately.
If you want to find out what this channel is about, since obviously you're new over here, you can go to our page and go click the About section, and it'll tell you everything that this channel is about in full description. So you can look there. But we appreciate you for coming over and just coming over here checking us out. But yeah, I think I pretty much had everything to say on this topic, and I know it's a weird topic and kind of uncomfortable. So if you want to, we can, go ahead, close it out, get up out of here, and all of that. That's what you want to do, T.
Okay, so yeah, that was the last topic. So it looks like we're done here for today. And we did Brandon, we need y'all to keep him in your prayers. He is handling something right now. If he wants to speak more about it, he can.
Yeah, shout out to Brandon. He had to make a leave. He had a family emergency, so hopefully everything's all right with him. Hopefully, everything's taken care of. So, we'll be checking in with him after we get off, make sure everything's okay. But just keep him in your prayers. But we appreciate y'all for coming through.
Hold up, wait a minute. We got our first Cash App in Bitcoin. Thank you, Commandante Lou.
Really?
Yeah, he sent us Bitcoin.
Damn.
Right,
Oh,
let them
okay.
know, Bronze, because these two play too much. See, this is what happened when Brandon ain't over here.
Yeah. But ain't nothing wrong with little poach chops here and there though. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of dope though. We got a Cash App in Bitcoin. I never.
Right? I ain't heard nobody else announce that. Look, we the first with that. I bet y'all ain't getting Cash Apps with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's different. That's definitely different. So it's definitely interesting. But we appreciate everybody, coming out, showing love as always. And we appreciate y'all, being patient with us and rock with us for 2 to 3 hours whenever we go live. It means a lot. So Professor Black Ops, you want to say anything, man, before we get up out of here?
Oh, and before you start, okay, so Mr. Claus, since you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscription button. We go live every Saturday afternoon, and you don't have to worry about not knowing about Black culture anymore. We'll tell you everything you need to know.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right? Okay, go ahead, Professor Black Ops.
No, just really enjoyed it. Don't do any computer crimes now because the feds, you getting fed time for that. That's pretty much all I got, man.
Man, whoever knew that, pressing some buttons on the keyboard would get you some fed time. Ain't that a damn shame?
Yeah, but you talking about $100 million from your basement, man.
Yeah. But well, Topaz, do you want to say anything last thing? Because I kind of want to add a final word, because we have one more thing.
Yeah, and mine will be short and sweet.
Okay.
Just basically, today was an example of all the things wrong with Black culture, and if we could all just come together and work to stop those things from happening, that would be great. All of this with the throwing babies out of windows when you get fed up. Why? What could stop that would be a good support system. It doesn't mean that I said support, not taking on all of that person's responsibility. They obviously didn't get what they needed in order to be able to be a well-rounded, functioning adult. So we still got to deal with it. It's still in our life. We still have to see that on the news. That's still going to be affecting us. And you could say, oh, well, I don't care. It don't affect me. All you want to, but it does still on a micro level. You see enough of that happening and you do get affected. If it's anything such as simple as now you start avoiding certain types of people now, that's still an impact, okay? We are interconnected. There's nothing you can do about it. And so why don't you just try to work together and put out some positivity? It doesn't mean you're doing all the work. Doesn't mean you're giving up all of your life because somebody else made a bad decision. No, it just means being there when times get hard. And the payoff is that somebody can be able to be in a position to do that for you when it's time. So yeah, that's all I have to say about today is why can't we be more appropriate people?
Okay. So once again, like I said, shout out to everybody that came through, show love, hit the Cash App, share the stream, hit the like button. We really appreciate y'all. And let me say that before I get into what I want to say before we close out. For the Record TV would like to show a lot of thanks and gratitude to our supporters, to our subscribers, our day ones, the new people that's been coming around lately and showing love and support. We appreciate y'all. We do this show for y'all. We the reason why we come up with some of these topics. We want to give y'all something new, something different, interesting, what I'm saying, from the other stuff that goes on in this space. So we really appreciate y'all, and y'all definitely are the backbone of this channel. So like I said, thank you guys for everything that you've done for us. But also, for the record TV would also like to also, you know, give a shout out and, recognize, all of his haters and all his doubters, because, they say, without your haters and without your doubters, when you have haters and, have doubters, I mean, you're doing something. So, for the record TV, like I said, we definitely would like to thank our haters and our doubters too, for all the people out there saying that, this channel ain't shit. And, we need 3-4 people to do this channel and run a panel because, all of us can't hold no channel on our own and we boring and all of this. Hey, we thank you for that. We thank you for watching us so much to the point to where what we do, our setup, our style, how we get down. We appreciate all of that. To the people out there that's saying, oh, we ain't got no real content. We just be, just talking a bunch of bullshit. Hey, we appreciate y'all, for, even, feeling that way about us, because, hey, man, that mean you really watching what we doing. So to y'all.
Oh, and then people telling people not to watch us too. Like,
oh,
now,
yeah.
come on now.
Yeah, and
really?
the people telling other people not to watch us and all this kind of stuff. And, we really appreciate y'all. And we want to show you guys just how much we really appreciate y'all. So without further ado, Topaz, let's show our haters and our daughters how much we really appreciate them. Why don't we roll this dedication clip? Roll the dedication clip to our haters. This is dedicated to all our haters and all our doubters. This for y'all. Show y'all how much we really love y'all.
Okay, give me 1 second. My screen froze. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm trying not to get kicked off while I do it.
That ain't nothing but the haters just trying to, block our shine. You know what I'm saying? That's that hater energy. God rebuke the hater energy. Get that shit from around us.
Right. I just basically, I'm trying not to get kicked out of StreamYards while I do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, new. Yeah, we got some haters, man. And the crazy part about it is we're not even the biggest channel in this space. We still growing, still getting better every week, but we already got haters. We already got people trying to tell other people not to watch us. We ain't got no content. We boring. We this and that. And what's crazy is the same people that's telling other people all of those things about it. These are the same people that's you go look at their channel. Their whole channel is dedicated towards beef and put niggas' names in their titles. They can't do a stream or do an upload without mentioning somebody else's name. But we the ones that's ain't got no content. So at least so it's been told about us. So yeah, bro, it happens all the time with us, man, all the time. What's going on, Topaz? You still having issues? So shout out to all the haters, all the doubters. Hey, man, this is a dedication to y'all. We appreciate y'all. And, man, keep sending all that hate our way. And we're going to just feed off it and keep getting better. But, this is dedicated to y'all. We want to show y'all how much we love y'all. Go ahead, Topaz.
Just want to say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you,
Wait, hold up a minute, Topaz. Hold up.
Yeah.
I don't really think these niggas really felt what we were saying. I don't really think these niggas really was feeling us on that the first time. Why don't we run that shit back just to show them again just how much we really, appreciate all the hate that they show us. Why don't we run that shit back one more time?
Okay. And we having these technical difficulties.
Just want to say,
I really feel like y'all really prayed for this.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you.
See, this when you use being able to sing.
Wait, hold on. 1 second. Wait a minute. So, they say, they say, that Three's Company, and 3 times strong, all that stuff. How about we do it one more time for the haters, man? Just one more time for the haters.
Okay.
Just want to say, fuck you. Oh, fuck you, fuck you.
This one you use being able to sing for good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so that part. So, to all the haters out there hating on me, hating on Topaz, hating on my brother Brandon, hating on For the Record TV. Hey, we love it. We appreciate it. And, we just wanted to show y'all just how much we really appreciate y'all. We wanted to show our gratitude to y'all. So, Jamie Foxx said the best, man, so that part, and we mean that shit from the bottom of our heart with every, ounce and blood and a piece of soul in our body. So, hey, shout out to y'all.
Absolutely. I co-sign this message.
So with that being said, we appreciate you guys from coming through. And again, another good show. And, we definitely will catch y'all next week on the next one. So I'll let you guys later.
Bye, everybody.